I request all of you to switch on your cam as well. We are live now. It will be random, Vikram. Let's take it in a random way. I am not decided any
All right,
order. So
all right.
maybe in alphabetically order, I can see uh, uh, the speaker Avnish is with A, so we can start with him, and then maybe any other speaker we can take randomly. Any one of you wants to leave early, you can let me know. So thank you so much. We have joined, and thank you again, all of you, for joining this on a very short notice. I request all the speakers also to quickly switch on their mobile or laptop or whatever. Like we have joined, we are live now on our several platforms. So again, thank you so much, all of you, for joining. It's like we all will be together today, creating a history. We are trying, we are attempting, I will say, one attempt that we will try to bring as maximum people as we can on a single webinar. Target is 10,000. Let's see how much we will achieve today. But again, thank you so much, all of you, for joining. And the intention and the idea of doing this webinar, हम इसको क्यों कर रहे हैं, why we are doing this, just to create awareness around cannabis. We have seen so many people are talking about this, so many people are discussing about this in various aspects, but still, many times we have seen a challenge in terms of taking it forward, in terms of promoting, propagating, and many times we have seen that people are not able to find the solutions of their questions. So we got this challenge, and there were so many issues which were there. So we thought to have a discussion. हमने सोचा कि let's have a discussion today with all the industry people with us, and we are trying to figure out what are the issues. And also, there is one more thing. There is a leap right now. After the first lockdown, the things were a bit slow, and now with the second lockdown, we have seen a big impact. And finally, in this journey, today we are seeing that there is a very significant improvement in terms of many aspects, and gradually the medical cannabis industry also is evolving. And अभी काफी सारी companies we are seeing, they are launching their new products, they are coming up with new range as well. So thank you so much again, all of you, and thank you again, all the people who have joined. So today the agenda and the flow of the event will be like this. Let me just quickly brief all of you. And by the way, I've just calculated the prizes you all can win today, and it's coming more than 1 lakh. So it's a very exciting couple of hours we'll be spending together, and we're trying to be it very interactive. And all the people I can see right now, we have already crossed 200, and people are just scoring in. So let's get it 10,000 mark today. I request all of you to just share this with all your groups, senior, juniors, the links you can share, and please invite all the people to join on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on YouTube. We are live right now, by the way. We are live at 8 platforms right now. On Facebook, several Facebook pages we are live, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Twitch TV also we are live right now, and we are quickly going live on our website as well. So thank you so much again joining in. The agenda will be, we'll be starting with the introductions. Each one of you, again, I thank all the panelists. Each one of you will be introducing yourself quickly and talking about your company, about your product. You can share a quick presentation also if you want, or you can talk as well. I request all of you to please respect the time. We have limited time, so maybe in 5 to 6 minutes. I know that it is challenging, and you will not be able to summarize the exhaustive journey or experience you have till now, या आपने जो अभी तक होमवर्क किया है लॉन्च करने के लिए. But still we request all of you to please have a limited time, maybe 5 to 6 minutes for your introduction, so that we will be able to cover all the companies. And then we will have some query discussions, some FAQs we have received from doctors, from general public, from patients as well. So we will be discussing in the second hour with you. And in the next 2 hours, every 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be launching one new contest and one new engagement activity with all of you. And I again thanks all the organizations, all the companies for supporting us in this initiative. So we are trying to connect, and we are trying to bring awareness. So all the samples, all the goodie bags, all the prizes, gifts, the entire intention is just to create awareness, just to give all of you an experience, nothing beyond that. And everything will be done in ethical and legal way as per the law of our country. So I again thanks all of you for joining, and myself, Dr. Piyush Juneja, I am the founder of IndianVedyas.com and CBDVedyas.com. and we are already trying to bring community with us, and we have recently launched the certification also. We'll be sharing a certification detail as well. Luckily, we are able to clear all the hindrance which we had initially. So now we are ready to start the first batch as well in terms of the sessions. So I request all of you, you can check the details on our website. It is available in the certificate section. I'm just flashing the email ID. You can mail us always. Wow. So 1200 mark till now we have touched as far as the viewership of this event is concerned. And I'm very excited to see that 10,000 mark today. And I again thanks all of you for joining. Within, I can see 5 minutes if around 1300 people have joined. So we are targeting 10,000 will join gradually till the end. And after that event, in fact, whenever we have done the event, after the event, our video, our Facebook feed, and everything has been seen by so many people. Many videos have crossed 1 lakh view as well. So thank you again for making this possible to all of you. Quickly, I will not waste much time. And as we decided, as per the alphabetical order, maybe Avnish from Boheco, Bombay Hemp Company. Quickly, please give your introduction. Tell us about yourself, about your organization, and accordingly, whatever you want to discuss about your products. Over to you, Avnish. Thanks. Thanks again for joining.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Juneja. Very, very good afternoon to everyone present on this amazing forum. I think, first of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Juneja specifically on his enthusiasm to take this thing forward. As a formal word of introduction, I'm Avnish Pandya. I'm one of the co founders at Bombay Hemp Company. Our journey with cannabis started in 2013 to actually understand the various aspects about the legalities of this specific crop. We're one of the companies that started so early to understand what kind of application different aspects of this plant could have, ranging from its fiber to its seed, all the way to the leaf as well as the bud. So today we are present in almost 6 to 7 different states in India, doing different types of R&D work, whether it's related to plant sciences or whether it's related to clinical trials with certain institutes of national eminence. Our products come in the range of different leaf as well as seed based products. We have products specifically for chronic pain management, for stress management, etc. Also, the way we kind of differentiate ourselves is by having the actual analysis of the active cannabinoids in our product, as well as making sure we have all the clinical safety as well as toxicity studies that are present there. So the objective is to be able to grow this industry under the right set of regulations that have already been set, and also kind of, along with the help of the other industry members, create a forum where we can also self-regulate this, so that we don't kind of put this down the same misconstrued path as it was before, and give us the opportunity to do that. So I think that is pretty much it from my side. Really excited to hear from everybody else. Also, from that perspective, a company has been lucky enough to have the likes of Mr. Ratan Tata as well as Rajan Anandan as some of the first few backers of the company. And I think at a larger level, that has also given the industry an impetus to kind of, formalize and channelize all our energies there. So a lot of the companies that we see that have come up in the last 3 to 4 years, very glad to see that the industry is becoming real. Soon we will also see some big boys join the club, as we call them, some of the big FMCG guys in India as well. So the more we formalize it, legitimize it, create a real industry dialogue, the better it is for all of us. So thank you, Dr. Juneja, and everyone here for providing us with this platform as well. I don't need any more time. I think that's good enough. We can move to the next one.
I think Dr. Piyush is.
Yeah, he's hung. I think. Yeah, yeah. Why don't one of you all
Yeah,
guys
let me
connect?
go
One
ahead.
of you connect.
Yeah,
Continue. Yeah.
yeah. Hi guys, good afternoon. My name is Vikram Veer Singh. I'm one of the founders at Ananta Hemp Works. We are a relatively new company, and our journey started. Actually, the R&D journey started about 2 3 years back, uh, when my founder, Abhinav, was going through an autoimmune disease, and in his pain management, he was not able to find anything. And somebody sent him a bottle of full spectrum CBD extract as per the US standards to him, and he was able to manage a lot of pain, and that is where the passion into this herb came in, and we started researching about it. And finally in 2020, during the lockdown, we were able to put this company on ground. We guys are same involved with the seed and the leaf of this plant, and we have a nutritional line dealing with the seed. We have a general cosmetic line also, which has Ayurvedic products plus the power of hemp seed oil. And the main line, of course, which we have is the Ayurvedic medicines. We came out of the first batch, which is more of a general format in terms of pain management and muscle and joint topical management. Then we came out with some specific products which are dealing with ailments like sleep, anxiety, or acute pain. Company's vision has always been to go on the ground and tie up with more and more doctors, and let the medicine dispense through them. And that is how we came up with the idea of opening up like the first Vijaya wellness clinics in Delhi with prominent doctors. The idea is that we place them as a Vijaya wellness clinic. Of course, whatever services the doctor is already providing with that before. And in a personal opinion, I think tackling this situation, because this medicine and this plant carries a taboo, and it still needs a lot of education around in the market. So we thought that tapping it through the doctors is the best way. So we've done that. Except that we also have a hemp seed oil range for the pets, and we just started supplying to a couple of distributors and places and hospitals and everything. We found very good results in that, because I think the endocrine system works almost the same for dogs as it works for us. Um, going ahead, we guys are looking into going into the Ayurvedic medicine space more, and also exploring the nutritional space at the same angle. And I think it's a damn exciting industry, and what we have seen in the last couple of years, and what we're going to see in 2022 and 23, is going to be completely different and much known. I'm really excited to be a part of this industry. And as Amish said, that it's great to connect at industry level and see this industry grow, and companies coming up offering so many different things and so many products. It's a great time to be in this industry. So yeah, that's 5 minutes about us, and I'm really excited to listen to other people, and let's see how the conversation goes. Back to you, Dr. Piyush. I think Dr. Piyush is not there.
Yeah, am I audible?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
sir.
audible.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
there is
we
some
can.
network issue. I think my cam is having some issue anyway. So thank you so
Not a
much
problem.
again, Avnish and Vikram. And again, I think maybe our platform is not ready to handle this much of traffic. So we are having some issues. But anyways, the show must go on. And
That's
quickly,
good
let
news,
me.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. So let me just quickly, and I request all the panelists, some are in waiting room, so please be there. We will be entering you in the studio as well. We can accommodate 10 at a time. So let's quickly have some couple of giveaways. And again, I thank Boheko and Ananta, and you can maybe take a break as well. Please join us at exact 3 p.m. We will have the query discussion then, and again we will be having some more interesting discussions. So quickly, one first giveaway I want to give it from Boheko Bombay Ham Company. So the question is, and quickly you can answer on our social media platforms. You can mail us as well. We can, if we can have multiple correct questions, we can always kind of a draw, and maybe some companies are open to give many prizes and many gifts as well. We never know. All of you can win as well, right? So the first and foremost question from Bombay Ham, the giveaway which we are giving from Bombay Ham Company is, see, we all know about medical cannabis, so we just need to understand, and maybe if you people have explored till now, what kind of the part of plant, I would like to say the part of plant which is predominantly companies are using in their medicines, in their like medical cannabis medicines. So that has been already discussed in our many sessions in past. So if you are a regular visitor to our platform, you must have seen that. Still, you can answer that quickly in the comment section. Also, I'm seeing all the comments from all the platforms. Otherwise, you can mail us or you can tag us as well. And we will be starting specific contests as well with all the companies in future as well. So quickly you can answer about the uh, uh, like the part of plant which has been used. And by the way, the doctors who are already associated or who are already doing exhaustive medical practice are not eligible, Dr. Preeti. But thank you so much in participating, and the spirit should go on. But anyways, you will be entitled for many prizes as well. I can vouch on that. Anyways, so quickly, I will move on to the next speaker of this session, and I am I apologize, and I just try to figure out what exactly is going wrong in our platform. But I think many of you are able to like see the speakers. So quickly, let me move on to the another speaker, and um, let's hear from him, Sumit from Happy Hemp. So thank you, Sumit, for joining, and great, we are getting very good answers these days. So we'll definitely collect. And I, by the way, I request all of you, along with your answers, you can at least post your email ID, and if you are comfortable, you can share your mobile number as well, so that we all can reach you and ensure that you all can get your prizes and gifts as well. So all of you who are posting your answers, also along with your answers, please post your email ID and mobile number also, both. Otherwise, at least email ID, so that we can reach you and connect with you for your prizes and gifts as well. Great. So Sumit, over to you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Is my screen audible? This is a
Yes.
small PPT about us. So, we are Happy Hemp Private Limited, founded last year. To be honest, knowing about the plant and the entire journey to understand the plant has been phenomenal. I mean, everyone sitting in the panel will agree to the fact, and obviously, the potential of the plant is mammoth. Medicine takes one of the most core centric way of impacting the life positively with something which is also referred as Kohinoor, but has lost the charm due to the propaganda, right? So, and obviously, but the traditional Indian medicines have always recognized it, never succumbed to the aura created for the misinformation. And obviously, as an Indian, and obviously as someone who does believe in the natural healing, we are so proud to work in the space of medical cannabis, along with all the other companies, brands who are doing amazing job. So, as a company, Happy Hemp wants to enable the access to medicinal cannabis. So we are a bunch of biotechnology and chemical engineers. We call ourselves a biotechnology company focused on Ayurvedic products from cannabis leaf and hemp seeds. We are a licensed manufacturer under the Ministry of Ayush. Our aim is to create efficacy-driven products, the products which can help people manage their conditions and live a better life, improve the quality of life. I believe is one and sole purpose of our existence. We come out with the various experiences. I have been part of many startups which are prominently focused on impact. I have had the opportunity to work with India's first smart grid project. We digitalize the energy management. I had the opportunity to work with financial inclusion company, enabling that people, those who are left out from the traditional lending system, gets the access to capital. My partner Shagun and Rachit both also come out with a similar kind of experiences. Shagun has been working with Teach for India, and she has been very dedicated towards impacting every individual's life. Rachit comes out as my, he was my a colleague in Zipco. Zipco was a commuter aggregation company we worked for, and obviously he has a similar kind of a passion to help and obviously improve people's is it quality of life, or is it how can we impact so that people can live a better life. Currently, we have only one product in the market. Very soon, we'll be launching more range of products. We have full spectrum cannabis leaf extract. These are helpful for pain management, sleep improvement, mood enhancement, and diet increment. You can check out the product at our website, happyhemp.com. Soon, expect us to come out with new product line, which will be focused around you know, and on external as well as internal use cases, along with hemp seed nutritional aspects. We would look out to cater people with problems of insomnia, anxiety, pain management, IBS, ED, and many more. I mean, the wonderful thing about the herb is that it not only treats things which we know, it also actually uh, ensures or smooths out the working that we actually end up treating multiple conditions. You know, becomes such a holistic approach. The entire herb takes, Vijaya takes, that even every other day we learn, or being involved directly in the customer experience, I come to know about so many more things that I've actually never thought, or I would know that a cannabis leaf can help heal. So that is the beauty of the plant. That is the beauty of this herb. uh, External products and obviously hemp seed products, which can help people have a better immunity, have a better uh, you know weight management, cholesterol controls, and things like that. Now the question is, why us? Why do you think, or why should we be your brand of choice slash manufacturer of choice? Is that first thing, that we operate 100% in the legal framework as defined by the Ayush. We are a licensed manufacturer under the Ayush ministry's guideline. We work with ethically and naturally sourced cannabis plant. All our products goes through third-party testing to ensure that we are only serving products that are qualitative in nature. And at the same time, uh, we believe that a medicine has to be accessible to everyone. If we are shouting at the peak of our voice that this is a herb of essential need, then it has to be made accessible to every individual. So we try to be more budget friendly, so that people can derive out the maximum amount of it. Uh, Illnesses, diseases do not target people based on their income brackets. I think COVID has we have seen this delusion has been diluted by COVID, and we have to create an approach that is holistic towards everyone. So, Dr. Piyush, this is a short note or short introduction from my end. Thank you so much. I'll stop sharing the screen. And before I sign off on this, I would sincerely, would thank you for taking up this entire approach of being the flag bearer from the medical community to propagate the goodness of the plant. You being a registered medical practitioner and obviously promoting the herb gives so much of confidence among the fellow practitioners,
Am I audible?
among the yes, sir, you are. You actually missed what I was saying about you, but I guess you can always,
Hello.
hello. Yes, sir. Dr. Piyush? Well, I guess,
Am I audible, Sumit?
yes, sir, you are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I think there is some issue. Let me just reboot my system. Meanwhile, I request a couple of speakers to take it forward, and let me just. I think there is some issue with my system, so let me just reboot that. And otherwise, you people just continue. And the next we have. I can see Shivam is there from Oshad, and we have Harshal, Rohit Shah from Health Horizon. So all of you, please be prepared with your discussions, and if you have presentations as well, so you can share accordingly. So let me just quickly reboot this, and otherwise the show should continue. And let's hear from Shivam from Oshad.
Hi, Dr. Piyush.
Shivam, you
Firstly,
will be
before
doing
you,
a
thank
talk,
you
or
so
you will
much
be
for
doing a
setting this
presentation as
up.
well?
Sorry,
You will be doing a talk, or your presentation is also there?
just a talk for now. I
Okay,
think it's
fine,
5 minutes, so
great.
it'll be quite a quick
Please continue.
introduction. Well, thank you, Dr. Piyush, for setting this up. You've obviously constantly been a support to us and all the other people in this industry. So, I mean, we all really appreciate it, I'm sure. Lil, uh, So, a little introduction about myself. I'm Shivam Singhi. Our company is Oshad. We are probably the newest company around the block right now. We are just a couple of weeks old since we launched. Um, I am a graduate from University of Texas over a decade ago. That's, I guess, when I started learning about the plant, the cannabis plant was, I guess, introduced to me around that age, mostly in a recreational sense. But obviously, over time, I started to appreciate it and learn more about it, how it has medicinal uses and what it could do for us. However, right after that, I came back to India. I started working in my family business, which is in the energy sector. Um, I think around 8 years I was working in the energy sector, and I kept my eye out on the West to see how this industry is going. And in a very short amount of time, the green revolution in the US just went took it by the storm. I mean, we know that this industry is right now at $20 billion in the US. It's got a $5 billion mark just for the CBD industry itself. That's close to 35,000 crores in rupees, which is phenomenal for the short amount of time this industry has existed. So that sort of, made me a little bit excited, a little bit curious on how I could be associated with this. I initially decided to sort of set up this company in the US, but then the lockdown happened, and unfortunately, it sort of forced me to think about what we could do in this industry in this country. And that's when the idea of Oshad was born, and I was lucky enough to find some very interesting and very hardworking partners. I have two partners who are Richard Jackie, who's the chief marketing officer, and Akriti Agarwal, who's the chief business officer. And they've got great backgrounds from marketing and sales. So we've started this company just around 2021, and as I said, we launched a couple of weeks ago. Um, so about Osha, I think the main things you need to know is we're a cannabis wellness company. We wanted to sort of marry this idea of an Ayurvedic product with scientifically backed, researched, uh, you know, I guess tinctures that are available right now. That's the only product that we've launched with right now is a CBD oil or a Vijaya oil. Our product is called Full Spectrum Vijaya Oil by Oshad, and we coming in two potencies, 1500 mg and 4500 mg. We are also planning on getting pet products released soon, and then we'll also be venturing out into topicals. Our main sort of ethos around this company is we want to set up a wellness brand, a lifestyle brand within the CBD space. Uh, Ironically, we live in a country where CBD and THC are still not recognized at an institutional level, which I'm sure the rest of us are all sort of facing the same issue, where we are trying to promote and educate the consumer about a product, and we still cannot really use the right nomenclature. And obviously, I'm sure all the rest of you are aware of the same sort of problems that we all facing in this industry, but we also share the same excitement for this industry. We also share the vision for this industry to grow, which is why this is a great platform for all of us to start interacting, start seeing what are the gaps in the industry that we can maybe fill together. Sometimes individually, sometimes we might need someone to spearhead a um, certain aspect of this industry, but it gives me confidence to see and meet all of you guys to see that I think together we can all thrive. This industry is obviously going to be blowing up eventually, hopefully sooner than later, but it's an exciting time for us. We Yeah. What else? About our product, obviously, you can find all our information on our website, on our Instagram. We've been working very hard to educate our consumers not only about the product and the usage, but also how to easily procure this product. Obviously, since it's a prescribed product, we've all on our different platforms have worked around how to get the product to our consumers in the easiest way possible. And we at Oshad also spend a lot of time trying to create that process to be seamless. Um, I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the benefits of this product or anything, because I think some of us have already covered it, and there are a lot of people coming behind me, and I'm sure they would like to speak about the product too, since we are considering the same product at this point. Uh, we sort of understand the benefits, but we also understand that what are the limitations around this product right now. Considering one of the problems that I wanted to talk about today was we have been told that since CBD, THC are not really recognized by Ayush, the only thing that we can deal with is Vijaya extract, and we are not allowed to even come up with broad spectrum products or isolate products with which a lot of the, according to me, a lot of consumers might want, because they might not want to be associating themselves with THC or any sort of psychotropic substance. So these are some challenges that we are facing, and we are hoping in the next year or two, the ministries, the government will sort of start supporting us and helping this industry grow. Um, as far as our product is concerned, we are obviously very sensitive about quality. We are getting all our product tested in the US, American labs, because we trust they have the best technology and the best sort of research backing this up. We are also associating ourselves with international companies where we can help get some clinical trials done and get our product accepted by doctors, not only Ayurvedic doctors, but also hopefully medical doctors and oncologists and therapists. I think this product is so versatile that this can be sort of prescribed to a or from multiple different types of doctors, and that's that's where we are. Obviously, I'm open to more questions as they come in, but that's all from Orshad. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shivam. Uh, so much good to know about people coming in the space and trying to positively impact. The the idea is actually to increase the average of the industry, right? The more we do in the space, the more we fight towards increasing how we create the products, how we test the products, going to set up new standards. And I'm so happy that we all collectively are doing it. I think uh, I would now seek Vignesh to talk about, to introduce himself and the company. Vignesh, over to you, buddy.
Thank you, Sumit. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm Vignesh. I'm from Bangalore, and our company is called Wildleaf. I've been researching on the hemp and cannabis plant since 2012, 2013, and yeah, it's been amazing to see how it's grown from nothing to something so soon. And we're Bangalore-based hemp brand. We're currently in the hemp food space. We only deal with hemp seeds, hemp flour, hemp hearts, and hemp seed oil. And our friends at Health Horizons have been really helping us, get the best quality raw materials. And we're also working with Boico, who have a store in Bangalore, and we're trying to get the medicine out from the storefront to Bangaloreans in a very fast possible way, and also help other customers as well. We're trying to our vision for the hemp and cannabis industry is to make hemp affordable and like a daily essential, rather than trying to again being an elite product, even though it's elite and premium in its quality. We feel that hemp should be more accessible to all classes of people and not just people who could afford it. So that's our vision of what we're trying to do. And we've also been trying to work with agriculture universities and also researchers and scientists to understand the plant more, because India has limitations in terms of the technology and the kind of understanding we have of the plant. So we have been trying to speak to people in countries where hemp and cannabis is already legal, and the kind of research they're doing, and trying to understand what kind of clinical trials they're doing in their countries. And apart from that, we want to venture in the medical cannabis space as well. But currently, we are working with the store in Indranagar to make it more accessible. And we look forward to making hemp more affordable and accessible to everyone. We want to bring the prices down and make it like a daily essential where people buy your normal atta and your fruits and vegetables, because hemp should be in that sector and that level of like our daily activities. And I think the main issue in India, what we have seen in the hemp food space, is that people don't know how to adopt hemp, and it's pretty new to them. So I think it's up to the companies like us to help them educate and understand the plant more and how to use the products in a very easy way. And I think it's a mental thing as well, because in India When your mother's making a roti, it's very hard for her to add something new because she already knows the whole process. It's like a subconscious thing. So to add something into that cycle of adding hemp to your roti, or like hemp hearts to your food, or hemp seed oil to your salads, it's like a subconscious thing, and it must be practiced, and it must be spoken about, and it must be it must be more open about. So we're looking to do that, and yeah, we're looking to get into the medical cannabis space as well, on our own. And we look forward to interacting with everyone, and looking forward to understanding more and being part of this conversation. Thank you for my time, and yeah, back to Sumit.
Thanks a lot, Vignesh. I think since I know you from our clubhouse discussions and otherwise, one amazing thing is that you've been in the space of hemp products from a very long time. I think probably, I think in your teenagers, I would say, right, 19, 20 year old
Right,
you were when you started the space. So this is the amount of industry understanding that you have, or the understanding of hemp seed is paramount.
right,
Because as the amount of time you spend, the
right.
knowledge you gain is going to be mammoth. And I'm hopeful, and I'm looking forward the medicinal hemp or cannabis leaf products that you are planning to come out with. I'm pretty sure that the more we offer, the more we start working together, the more patients
Definitely.
we can cater, right? The current status quo of the industry lies in the fact that we have to create a market, right? Right now, we all
Right,
have to collectively market together, create products, reach out to people, so that
right.
we can actually propagate the goodness, right? We are not in the phase of competing; we are in the phase of creating, right? So that's
Exactly.
that's one thing. Just wanted to add, and obviously,
And we must meet Sumit. Both of us are in Bangalore, so we must sometime
we
definitely meet.
should. I think, yeah. I'll ping you. After this, and let's catch up sometime. We should meet up and
Definitely.
see how we can collaborate and how we can probably create something which can, as I was talking earlier, that can increase the average of the industry. Right? That's the focus I would like to put
Definitely.
upon. Uh,
Definitely, Sumit.
I think you mentioned Rohit from Health Horizons, so I'm gonna invite him to talk
Yeah,
about. He's also one of the
sure.
largest manufacturer in the space. So Rohit, over
Yeah.
to you, and please go
Thank you,
on.
Sumit. Thank you for my time.
Thank you, buddy.
Hi guys, sorry actually. Hope I'm audible now, Sumit.
Yes, Dr. Piyush, you are audible.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, I was not aware that Apple also crashed. So today my MacBook crashed, and I think there is new update. So it is updating. So I'm so sorry for this goof up. And thank you so much again for all the speakers. Now quickly let's give some giveaway, and then we will go to the next speakers. And I can see now I have just logged in with my account, so I can see all the people who are waiting. And please hold on. We will give one by one all of you this chance today. And I'm again apologies for this technical glitch. However, the numbers are good right now, and we are increasing the viewership of this event. The entire event will be visible on uh, YouTube and other platforms after this event as well. So till now we have just announced from Boeco. Quickly, let me give a couple of more giveaways. And first is one next one is from APM Sumit. So, in fact, Sumit, you are the person you can ask yourself one question quickly. And I request, we have received so many answers for the first question. I think more than 100 people have answered till now. As per my digital team, they have updated me. But the problem is, many of you are not posting your contact number and email ID. I repeat, please post your mobile number and email ID, at least your email ID, because the team will be connecting with you and they will be giving you the giveaways and prizes. And this is real, by the way, this is real stuff we are distributing today free of cost. And each hamper and each I will say the packet which will reach you will be for few thousands at least. It's not simple stuff we are distributing today. So I request, मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप अपने आंसर के साथ ईमेल आईडी या मोबाइल नंबर जरूर मेंशन करें, बिकॉज दैट्स व्हाई वी विल बी एबल टू रीच यू. तो पहला क्वेश्चन आई थिंक ऑलरेडी काफी आंसर आ चुके हैं, उसको अभी रिपीट नहीं करेंगे. Second question, Sumit, quickly you can ask, and I can see we have Harshal and other people also waiting. So please always post your email ID or mobile number, I repeat, with the answer, right? So next question, Sumit, quickly you can ask to all the people here today.
So I'll give a multiple choice question to people. Okay. So the question is, when it comes to oral tinctures, what is the best method of delivery in terms of absorptions or bioavailability of cannabinoids? The first is you infuse with a beverage that can be coffee or tea or a green tea. The second is you take it sublingually. The third is that I think let's stick with two. Let's see, figure out if I don't want to confuse people. So two options. The question is what ensures the maximum bioavailability of the cannabinoids in the tinctures forms. Option one with a beverage. Option two sublingually. And yeah, that's a question from my end. Thank you.
Great, great. Thanks, Sumit, for this question. Quickly answer the correct option and post your mobile number and email ID to that so that you all can win a nice, exciting hampers and gifts and giveaways. Quickly, I can see Harshal is there. Harshal, please introduce yourself and talk about your company, your products. Thank you.
Hello, thank you, Dr. Piyush, for giving me the opportunity to speak out here today. So, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. And so I feel we are the newly launched company out here, the Trost. We founded in 2020, last year, and I would like to introduce quickly our product range. So we do three categories of products: hemp nutrition and CBD oils, and we also do Dhoom Dandika, which are essentially Dhoom Dandika is smoke therapy in Ayurveda, and this is one of a kind product. We are the first ones in India to come up with a Ayurvedic proprietary medicine, which can be used as a smoking alternative. Uh, so Doom Dandika basically refers to and caters to basically smoke therapy, where it caters to different ailments which people might have: bronchitis, dyspnea, asthma, and it is not to be confused with recreational cannabis. It is not recreational cannabis. We are focused entirely on the medical bit of it, and of course, it's a prescription-based product, and we want to kind of break the taboo around the cannabis herb in general, making smoking the herb also more friendly and making smoking the herb more accessible to everybody. That's what we're aiming at, and so we wanna kind of we've taken the expertise for this from Switzerland. So our herbs and the product comes in through Switzerland, and this is one of our USPs. This is one of our USPs, and this is something new that we're bringing to the market. I wouldn't really like to delve into details of CBD and hemp nutrition. I feel a lot of other speakers have already covered a lot of it. So coming back to Doom Dandika, the primary focus would be to again educate people about the product and break the taboo around the product and the herb. Um, I think I think that's about it. Back to you, Dr. Piyush. Thank you, everybody, for the time and the watch.
Thanks, Arshal, and be with us. I definitely see there will be so many questions for you in the question answer session because you really have a unique product which you are planning to launch. Quickly, let's move to other speakers. And Raghav, I can see from Savikalpa, Arjun Khanna is there. Great. Vipul is there from Niagara. I think Rohit is there from IHO. So great guys. Rohit Shah is there from Health Horizons. We have a long list today. I respect and I appreciate all of you waiting with the patience. So, Vipul, you can continue from Niagara, and then quickly Raghav and Rohit, we will be coming to both of you. In fact, we have two Rohit today from IHO as well as from Health Horizons. So, between you, you can decide who can be Rohit 1 and Rohit 2 for the speaking. But prior to that, we will have Raghav in alphabetical order because A comes prior to O, and but you can say why Vipul is there because Vipul was the first person to join as a panelist. So let's give him this opportunity now to take it forward. And after that, Raghav, you will be there. Arjun, I think we have lost you. So please, you can join again if you are listening my voice. So we'll love to hear from you as well. Over to you, Vipul. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. My name is Vipul and I'm from Noigra. So just to and I would like to thank Dr. Piyush and you are doing a great work by creating this platform where we can all come together and have a discussion and also spread awareness about the miraculous benefits of this plant. How we started out is that I went to USA in 2017, and we saw that the hemp plant was creating a buzz in the market, and many people were getting benefited from the plant. So we thought, why not? Why is there? Then we came back and we saw there were some companies who started out in this field, and we became passionate after that. And after we did some research for a couple of years, and we were just like like observing industry, where it is going, how the things are going in India. And then we last year we launched our brand by the name of Noigra. And as a brief introduction, it's a hemp and cannabis wellness brand. We are based out of Delhi, and our focus is on to give consumers and honestly labeled and functional products, basically. So, and which are high quality and which are easily accessible to the people. So, like other many brands, we are comparatively new, and we have recently launched. We started out with hemp nutrition products, the four products that are hemp seeds, hemp seed oil, hemp protein powder. But very recently, we have launched medical cannabis products by the name of Cannasure. So I'll just share the screen to just give you a brief introduction about the products that we recently launched. So I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Okay, so basically today I'll be speaking a little bit about the products that we have recently launched in medical cannabis field. And we have launched three variants. One is in 1500 mg and two are in 3000 mg. So 1500 mg, we are calling it Uplift because it is meant to stabilize your mood and to give you that mental clarity and mental focus to get you through the stressful work life. And the next variant that we have launched is pain management, which aims to manage acute and neuropathic pain, menstrual pain, reduce inflammation. And what I want to add is, apart from cannabis leaf extract, we have also added, we have reinforced these tinctures with other Ayurvedic herbs. For example, we have put ginger, turmeric in this pain management just to give you relief from inflammation and also boost your immunity at the same time. And next, the last one we have is again 3000 mg variant, which is Calm, and it will help you in dealing with anxiety, stress. If someone has sleep issues, it will help with that. So we are hoping to get a good response, and we are hoping that these products will benefit a lot more people, as it has immense potential. And in nutrition line that we launched last year, so we have all these four products, which I think many people are aware about it. And all the products are natural, vegan, cruelty-free, chemical-free, and we give a special focus in on quality and how is it sourced, so that the people who are getting the products are getting a high-quality premium product, which are functional rather than anything else. So that's it from us, and it's good to see people from, many companies, some of which are quite known in this field, which have started out many years ago, and many more young companies are coming up. So it's good to see different, new companies coming and supporting this industry, this revolution. So that's it, and I would like to hear other people what they have to say. Yeah. Back to Dr.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Vipul. And I think excellent overall range. I appreciate your patience. You are the first person to join in today, and thank you so much. And I think thanks to this goof up, I am now having the entire new operating system of my on my laptop as well. I just realized that the latest version was not updated, so it was getting updated, and maybe I was I was supposed to schedule it, but I missed that. So the entire system got rebooted. So thank you so much again for your patience and apologies for all the
Thank
inconvenience.
you,
Now
Dr.
we are
Piyush. You're doing a
yeah.
great
Thanks.
work. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Vipul. Be with us. We will have some queries. I think one product which you have around gummies. So we have some queries about that as well. So we'll be talking to
Right,
you on
right.
that as well. So be with us in
Sure.
the question answer sessions. Now, Raghav ji, over to you. Again, thank you so much. Savikalpa Sciences, the Indian aspect, and we know that you, along with your like people back in US, Canada, and other part of the world, are leaders in cannabis. So how you people are trying to infuse that in Indian scenarios, and you are like doing it in a very, I think. I will not like to coin that term, but yes, you are taking your own time to maybe test the waters, and then maybe you will be proceeding. Because I remember, I think few months back we had you on our platform as well, but still you people are right now maybe. So maybe any specific reason for that? Otherwise, you can just quickly straight away talk about your company, your products, and when the question, by the way, the entire industry people right now in this panel, and many people outside this panel also ask me as well, when Savikalpa is getting launched in India. So I think that is the question, maybe which you can answer today as well. Over to you, Raghav.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, for that lovely and extra warm introduction. I would like to echo Piyush's final comments and say thank you for taking the effort to put this together, the webinar, and also soliciting the benefits of medical cannabis with the physician community, the wider Ayurveda physician network. Also, thanks to Sumit. I joined a little late, but I saw that he was moderating the discussion, and it's a pleasure, as always, to be with all of you, industry participants. I would like to start by stating that I am the founder and CEO of Topical Sciences. We are a cannabis phytopharmaceutical firm, but we are not leaders in any aspect. I do not think it matters what some of us may have achieved in our private lives within cannabis or otherwise here or around the world. We are very much in the wake of a lot of these excellent efforts, starting with Bohiko most importantly, and then a wake of others who have really pushed the frontier of cannabis as an alternative path to wellness and therapeutics in the country. And I think that there is a long ways ahead for us to go together as an industry. So thanks to all of you for really joining efforts with Dr. Piyush and others through CBD Vedyas, and also all of the other activations that I see that you continuously do online and that oftentimes I'm not able to participate in as often as I would like to do. With that said, Dr. Piyush, I would like to add that we do have finally what are our very simple formulations. There is nothing differentiated, I would say, so I will not talk about the products that we have in market as of date. They are entirely similar in terms of their therapeutic value, their formulations, with minor differences in terms of the extracted flavor profiles that we may have compared to some others. And I think that even though I joined late, I'm sure several of the speakers before me have touched upon what the benefits of cannabis leaf extract based medical formulations are, as well as what the overall benefits that the cannabis plant offers in terms of nutrition and wellness. So we have currently, and I'm very happy to say, our three basic products which are targeting, dependent on the different strengths or concentrations of the cannabis leaf, Vijay extract and the products. The primary indication that we are investigating are pain, and neuropathic pain in particular, anxiety, as well as insomnia, or different forms of sleep disorders in particular. The reason we have been somewhat careful or slow, I think is the right word in terms of coming to market, is that we feel that one of the biggest challenges that all of us as an industry will face after the initial, let's say, catalyst or euphoria of a sector coming together and and kicking off, is the quotient of trust. And trust, I think that very interestingly, there was a speaker before whose firm is called the Trust. I suppose that also, I'm not sure whether it is a play on the word trust or whether it means something else. So ignorance there, but trust in our mind is something that we must work towards collectively, both in the physician community as well as importantly with the patients. So while there are a lot of people who would be aware of what the benefits of cannabis therapeutics are, what has happened globally, I think in India, we cannot necessarily rely on the advances that the industry has seen in jurisdictions such as Canada, the US, elsewhere where we have some of our other operating partners. India is a unique market. There are challenges, but there is also an opportunity given that we have access to full spectrum cannabis extract, which a lot of other jurisdictions do not. So at Topical Sciences, what we are doing is we're partnering with various contract research organizations in the country who work primarily with the pharmaceutical industry, but applying the same R&D lens to understanding what the benefits of cannabis-based or cannabinoid therapeutics are across specific indications. R&D is a time-consuming exercise. It is not necessarily something that will yield results. It takes effort, capital, and patience. Essentially, I think is what is required. That you have to keep on investigating or keep on pushing the frontier of investigation. However, we have so much significant global research, especially in vitro at a lab level, which we feel that in India we can take to the next stage and really take that from in vitro to animal studies to human clinical studies, as also a speaker before also evidence, right? Whether it is in the US or whether it is in India. So largely the reason why we are a little slow in terms of bringing novel formulations to market, as opposed to the simple, let's say, oral edible tinctures or edible oils, as the case may be here, given that I understand most of these products are, by all of the cannabis brands are in an oil base. I think that you will see sequentially, I would say quarter on quarter, us coming out with products in market which are fully researched with preclinical and clinical investigations, as the case may be, dependent on the product, whether it is an oral product or whether it is a topical product. And we are keen to build the research foundation in the country as a means of benefiting the industry at an overall scale. I think that even if one of the firms or several of the firms who are part of the cannabis industry undertake this effort, the results which are there are public and they therefore can be used to push acceptability, awareness, and trust in cannabis as an alternative therapeutic pathway for all players, for manufacturers, for marketers, and for patients alike. So that is where we are, that is who we are, and we look forward to participating with all of you in terms of taking this industry forward. I think the final thing I would like to add is, in the US, if we take that as a market, and even though I don't think that medical cannabis can be equated to, let's say, cannabis-based medicines, as most of you have currently in your product portfolio, because of federal restrictions in the US, you have seen at least the proliferation of one company per, in any state which has a medical cannabis regime. At least there is one company, if not 10 or 100, right? The same, I think, is very much the case in India, that I think that there is space for healthy competition, for there to be product innovation, for there to be collaboration to really push the frontiers of cannabis therapeutics, not just in India, but around the world. And I look forward to working with all of you together for us to really take this opportunity forward. I'll limit my comments there. Thank you.
Thanks, Raghav. Thank you so much for joining in, and please be with us. There can be some questions. Already we have a couple of questions around the research aspect, which you people are involved. So let's hear from other speakers and panelists first, and we will be starting the question answers round in next few minutes. We have 3-4 speakers more, and then we will be talking that. And I request all the people who are posting us the answer. We have shared the email ID as well with all of you. Let me just flash on the screen. So this is the email ID. Those who are not comfortable in posting their details on the public platforms, you can directly email us as well. All the questions we are discussing right now, I will quickly throw the third question to you, and after that I will invite the next speaker. So you can just email us as well on this ID and with your email ID. So we will be in touch with you as far as your answers are right, and accordingly we can take it forward. So the next question is, see, as far as Ayurveda is concerned, there is a specific name. In fact, 2-3 names which are there for cannabis or for hemp in Ayurveda. So quickly write those names which are there for in Ayurveda as far as cannabis or hemp is concerned. आपको नाम बताना है आयुर्वेद में कैनाबिस या हेम्प को किस नाम से कोट किया जाता है या मेंशन किया जाता है. बड़ा सिंपल, बड़ा इजी क्वेश्चन है, बट जस्ट वी आर ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस. सो क्विकली आप अपना ईमेल आईडी और कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर जरूर लिखें इस आंसर के साथ. एंड दिस गिव अवे इज फ्रॉम अनंता, द थर्ड वन. सो क्विकली राइट योर नेम. I just realized Rohit, both Rohit, by the way, Rohit Kamath and Rohit Shah. So Kamath में के पहले आएगा सर सरनेम में, तो आई थिंक उस ऑर्डर में हम रोहित कामत से पूछ लेते हैं अगर वो आना चाहें. अगर रोहित शाह को कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं है तो, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन मे बी वन बाय वन हैव बोथ ऑफ यू. both are doing an excellent work. Both are very nice, humble people, and I connect with both of them in many aspects. So thank you so much again, Don't take it otherwise. Rohit Square for joining today. There is a very rare opportunity we have both Rohit at one platform, right? Because both of them are busy in their own aspects as well. So Rohit Kamath from India Hemp Organics, quickly to you. Shivraj is also there, I think. After these Rohit combo, we have Shivraj as well, as per the alphabetical order. And quickly let me check. I think there are a couple of more speakers we need to join in. So Rohit Kamath, over to you. India Hemp Organics, lovely location by the way. I think you are in Himalayas, but there are some issues with your light. People are posting. I think many people are specifically interested in listening to you. So a couple of users have posted that, hi Rohit Kamath, your background light is too much. You're not visible clearly. Maybe they are very much interested in seeing you today. So please adjust your light and start your session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Piyush, and you are doing an amazing job by like bringing us all together always. And it's really, I mean, incredible that you are really, I mean, pushing this from the entire like medical, I mean, ecosystem. And I hope, I mean, Rohit, you don't have any, I mean, objections if I speak, right? So hi, so I am one of the co-founders of I mean, IHO, right? So hello. I think hello,
You're audible.
Yes,
am I
yes,
audible?
yes, please continue.
Yeah, just like India Hemp Organics is, I mean, not just using brand, but it's more of our mission to make like consumers like better versions of themselves, right? So our journey really, I mean, goes back to about like 2017 when, so like when, I mean, my like co-founder and like fiance, I mean, met with like a life-threatening, I mean, accident where she was in like the ICU, right? And she was on very strong doses of opioids, because of which she had like a lot of like mental and physical, I mean, side effects. And when you see like your loved ones really, I mean, suffering, you want to make sure that you can do everything like in your like capabilities, like to just ensure that we're able to speed up her entire, I mean, recovery process, right? But we wanted to be not just like doubly sure, but like triply sure as to what we are giving her is actually, I mean, helpful. And back then we had like a very like premature understanding about like medical cannabis, and we didn't have like much research there, but there was a lot of global literature, I mean, available, and we had seen like a lot of like healing, right? And after you, I mean, go through like a journey like that, we were just filled with so much gratitude for this plant and herb, and most people thought it was the end, but it was actually the entire this thing start of like a journey, right? Because after that, like we I mean, like it really like got us thinking, right? We were just one such lucky, I mean, individuals that actually had like the access to like medical cannabis, but there are so many patients like in India who don't have the access to it. And the amount of like patients have been suffering from stress, anxiety, depression, pain management, side effects of chemotherapy, arthritis, I mean, the entire, I mean, numbers and statistics in India is just really this thing sad, right? So we essentially, I mean, wanted to make like medical cannabis accessible to all patients in India. So we have like three like categories in food, in medicine, and personal care, and we are essentially like a house of brands in I mean, essentially how in our, I mean, operations, right? And we are doing like a lot of, I mean, research, and I think all like the panelists here, I mean, spoke about like different like benefits of things. So I think we should have this entire thing is more of a conversational talk. So I will, I mean, I'll pass it on to like Rohit Shah from here. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohit. I think prior to inviting Rohit Shah, let me just clarify. Rohit Shah is their organization Health Horizons. They are very much involved in the nutritional space. They, I think, shortly launching some aspects in medical cannabis space as well. So maybe Rohit, you can talk on those aspects as well, because we have a quite good amount of doctors right now connected to us, as I can see. And one specific question, in fact, we got. In fact, I will ask this question to other people as well who are into nutritional space. But as you are one of the leaders right now, you are also supplying to many companies as well who are marketing. So just quickly give maybe a couple of minutes on how the like nutritional aspects have benefited in therapeutic way as well to your customers or patients, or maybe some examples so that doctors can connect to, because I have seen there is a disconnect sometimes with the nutritional aspects of hemp seed and hemp seed oil, although we use in our clinics. So quickly your introduction about your company, what you people are doing, and please couple of minutes spend on the nutritional aspect and the therapeutic benefit of that, because you people have an exhaustive experience around that as well. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Piyush. Thank you, all the speakers so far. I'm Rohit Shah. I'm one of the co-founders of Hemp Horizons / Health Horizons. So you know how everybody prior to me, everybody has a certain association with the plant, whether that's going through an accident, whether that's going through, knowing the plant back in the US or any other country, or a significant pivot wherein somebody is pivoting around research, that yes, research is more important because these are at the end of the day medicine. So if a patient is actually consuming something, it needs to be standard, it needs to be one shape form all throughout the year every time that person is consuming that particular system. For us, when we first started out, this was back in 2016 2017, and at the time, we identified that quality manufacturing, licensed manufacturing, was not something that was available in the country. And even if it was, it was a lot semi-organized, unorganized sort of market. So we entered with a vision to, really establish manufacturing at scale. And why manufacturing at scale? Because again, if you want to standardize a particular product, whether that's based from the nutrition, the hemp hearts, the oil or the powder, or we talk about the medical cannabis side, so over there, so you need more licenses, certifications in order to standardize a particular product and then manufacture it to scale with the same efficacy, with the same ingredient percentages, so on and so forth. So that is where we come in as a company. We have been working in the manufacturing space for about 4 years now. We started out with the seed nutrition aspects, which is the hemp hearts, oil, powder. Recently, we have started doing innovation. So we have a hemp power bar, which is purely nutritional, 9.4 grams of protein per 50 grams of bar, just 5 ingredients, all your nuts combined with hemp. Apart from that, we are doing a lot of wellness blends. Now, this is something combining the Ayurvedic ingredients with the punch of hemp seed powder. So, for example, recently we've launched a fertility enhancement powder blend, which is a shatavari extract plus the hemp powder blend. So, why? Because again, shatavari, we know how the adaptogens work in shatavari with the fertility enhancement, with the hormonal balance added to the nutritional values and energy values along with the amino acid profile, helps the person with its absorption and give them a much better experience when they're using a product. This is what we have done in the seed space. We are also working towards the medical cannabis topical side of things. And again, for us, the main vision for us has always been manufacturing at scale. So that is where we are going towards. Working towards setting up a manufacturing facility, and we should have products in the market very, very soon. Again, for us, it's not about targeting every single ailment that is out there: stress, depression, insomnia, pain management, cancer pain, epilepsy, whatnot. But just picking the right ones which work really well with cannabis, and then taking those forward in much more innovative ways as opposed to just sublingual tinctures or topical oils. So yeah, I think that's what we have been doing so far. Thank you, Dr. Piyush. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Great, great. Thanks, Rohit, for your time and for mentioning about all these aspects. Please try to be with us for next maybe half an hour as well. We have some queries around nutritional space and specific query about B2B aspect as well. We have some people who are interested in that also. So maybe you can give some general guidelines here, and then accordingly they can connect with you. Thank you so much again. Quickly, let's have two more giveaways, and then a young, smart, handsome guy is waiting to take his stage now. Shivraj Sharma from Whole Leaf. And thank you for your patience. Your lovely smile is always refreshing to all of us, Shivraj. Thank you so much for that. So let me just quickly give a couple of good giveaways, and then we will listen from you about your brand, about your company. and in this young age how much you are like contributing to this particular space as well. So quickly, all of you, just listen to the next question, and this is we can give the credit to Savikalpa Raghav, and the question is around research also because they are doing quite research in this space these days. So let me just figure out. This is not related that much to medical cannabis. Still, we can combine clinical research with medical cannabis as well. Now, in fact, two questions I want to put it in this way, and it's a bit tough question because again, the company is already investing their time, so they deserve this kind of question because they're already like I think invested several months or I think maybe several years now as far as research space is concerned. So the two questions are just please quickly mention the various stages of research or maybe the various phases of research if you can. And the second question is in medical cannabis, if we are talking about which regulatory authority and which regulatory body is right now giving approval in India if you want to start any medical cannabis product, medical cannabis medicine, I will say. So which regulatory authority? Because see, either you are a doctor or you are a consumer or you are related to either a doctor or a consumer. आप इन्हीं किसी प्रोफाइल में से अभी हैं जो हमें एज एन ऑडियंस सुन रहे हैं. सो आपको ये जानना जरूरी है कि विच द प्रोडक्ट यू आर टेकिंग, एंड प्रॉब्लम यहीं पर आती है और किसी भी इंडस्ट्री में किसी भी डोमेन में देर आर गुड प्लेयर्स, देर आर एथिकल प्लेयर्स. राइट नाउ आप जितनी भी कंपनीज और जितने भी फाउंडर्स को यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, इनफैक्ट आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द फाउंडर्स, आप लोग अपना कैम ऑन रख सकते हैं बिकॉज समटाइम हम पैनल पूरा शोकेस करते हैं अपने वेबिनार्स में. सो विपुल, विक्रम, हर्षल, रोहित, शिवराज, ऑल ऑफ यू कैन हैव योर कैम्स ऑन एज वेल. सो बिकॉज सी दिस इज अगेन एक हमारा इसमें एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी है because again I don't want to criticize anyone, but there are some wrong players in every industry, in every domain वो मिलते हैं हमें. आप यहाँ पे जितने भी players देख रहे हैं, जितने भी profiles, जितने भी speakers हैं, everybody is doing ethical, everybody is doing legal. There is nobody right now, and उतना तो हमें भी experience and we have our platform is have our own credibility that we never involve anyone who is doing some kind of illegal aspects or that kind of stuff. So that credibility I think we have now managed to gain among all of you. So इसी context पे समझना ज़रूरी है कि for example बोहेको से, हेल्थ होराइजन से, नोएग्रा से, हैप्पी हेम्प, अनंता, IHO, ट्रस्ट, सविकल्पा, होल लीफ, जितने मेरे को भी यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं, and other companies also are there with us, Oshad and all. Shivam, if you are listening me, you can join now. Sorry, I requested you to withdraw because I was not able to join, but you can join again as well. Thank you. So आप सब लोग लीगली इसको बना रहे हैं और लीगल और इलीगल का डिफरेंस आपको समझना जरूरी है, और वहीं पर इस क्वेश्चन का इंपॉर्टेंस आता है कि फ्रॉम विच अप्रूव. तो आपको अगर कोई भी बॉटल, कोई भी पैकेट, कुछ भी मिलता है रिगार्डिंग कैनबिस, मेडिकल कैनबिस, हेम्प, उस पर लेबल पे जरूर चेक करें कि इज देयर एनी काइंड ऑफ अप्रूवल मेंशन देयर, कोई अप्रूवल नंबर है, किसी अथॉरिटी का वहाँ पर कुछ मेंशन किया गया है. आप ब्लाइंडेड फॉर्म में कोई भी आपको पैकेट में कोई भी प्रोडक्ट दे देता है, प्लीज उसको अवॉइड करें. यही एक डिफरेंशिएटिंग फैक्टर. ये हमारे पास काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस आए, काफ़ी क्वेरीज आए, हमारे पेशेंट्स, दोज हु आर लाइक वी आर ट्रीटिंग, उन्होंने बोला, अगेन आई डोंट वांट टू क्रिटिसाइज एनीवन, आई रेस्पेक्ट अदर पीपल एज वेल. उन्होंने भी कहीं ना कहीं हेम्प मूवमेंट में, इंडिया में कैनबिस मूवमेंट में काफ़ी सिग्निफिकेंट रोल प्ले किया है. बट मेरी उन सबसे भी रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर वो ये सेशन सुन पा रहे हैं, अटेंड कर पा रहे हैं, या कोई उनको ये बात पहुंचाए कि काइंडली कम इन द लीगल फ्रेमवर्क, बिकॉज अनटिल अनलेस वी आर नॉट इन द लीगल फ्रेमवर्क इश्यूज आ सकते हैं किसी को भी. तो प्लीज़ इस चीज़ को समझें. लैंड ऑफ द लॉ, जिस लैंड में हम रह रहे हैं, वहाँ के कानून और वहाँ के लॉ की अगर हम रेस्पेक्ट करेंगे तभी हम लॉन्ग टर्म इसको आगे लेके जा पाएंगे, और अपनी जो मैनकाइंड है जिसको हम फ़ायदा पहुँचाना चाह रहे हैं उसको like we will be able to propagate. I was not expecting that we have so many people from Twitch as well. It's an international platform, and people are asking, are you taking questions at any point from Twitch viewers also? Definitely, any Twitch viewer can post any question to us, and we will be asking our panelists. Thank you so much, all the international audience who are joining us on Twitch as well. So we never expected this much of response. I am very much excited and motivated to have this much of response right now from all of you. People are joining from Ministry of Ayush, people are joining from Ayush department, people are joining from All India Institute of Ayurveda. So many people right now I can see. And again, thank you so much all of you for joining today. So the next question, सविकल्पा वाला क्वेश्चन आई रिपीट, इनफैक्ट पुराने क्वेश्चंस अगर आपको देखने हैं तो आपको रिवाइंड करना पड़ेगा सेशन को, और आप देख लीजिए, आपके पास आज रात तक का टाइम है। ईमेल आईडी हम फ्लैश कर रहे हैं, हम क्वेश्चंस को यहाँ पर दोबारा नहीं रिपीट करेंगे, बट क्वेश्चंस ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्डिंग में आपको मिल जाएंगे। सो आपको सारे क्वेश्चंस को आंसर करने का भी अपॉर्चुनिटी कि आप सारे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर करें, और हमें एक ईमेल आईडी, आज रात 12 बजे तक का टाइम है, आप सब लोग हमें ईमेल आईडी भेज दें, हम सारी एंट्रीज को सारी कंपनीज के साथ शेयर करेंगे। उसमें से वो लकी ड्रॉ करके किसी को देना चाहें, या अगर सारी एंट्रीज को देना चाहें, आई थिंक फ्यू ऑफ देम आर वेरी मच एनेबल कि वो अगर 100 एंट्रीज भी आएंगी वो 100 की 100 को भी गिफ्ट दे देंगे, आप इनको छोटा या कम मत समझें, राइट। सो ऐसा नहीं है, एंड आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी कि आप जितना ज़्यादा यहाँ से 1 लाख का हो सकता है, वो अमाउंट 10 लाख भी पहुंच सकता है अगर ऐसे एंट्रीज और ऐसे रिस्पॉन्स आया तो, राइट। सो दिस ईमेल आईडी इज देयर। आई रिपीट, अभी हम ऑलरेडी 4 क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, 4th क्वेश्चन आई एम जस्ट रिवाइजिंग एंड देन वी विल गो टू शिवराज। एंड पहले के 3 क्वेश्चंस को आप रिवाइंड करके सेशन को देखें, अभी अराउंड 9 क्वेश्चंस और पूछे जाने हैं टिल 4 o'clock टुडे। एक एक क्वेश्चन आपका क्वेरी हम लेंगे और एक एक क्वेश्चन अपना गिव अवे में देते जाएंगे। So these 13 organizations are right now offering you excellent prizes, gifts, uh, excellent products, by the way. So the 4th question was from Savikalpa, what are the various phases of research study? एक रिसर्च स्टडी या एक आप ऐसे समझें क्लिनिकल ट्रायल की, इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर देते हैं, क्लिनिकल ट्रायल की कितनी फेजेस होती हैं, उनके फेजेस के नाम। एंड द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज विच रेगुलेटरी बॉडी इज गिविंग द अप्रूवल, किस रेगुलेटरी बॉडी, किस रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी से आपको अप्रूवल लेना होता है, या आज की डेट में एक ही रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी है जो अप्रूवल देती है मेडिकल कैनाबिस के मेडिसिन को, वो कौन सी है, उसका नाम लिखते हैं। ये आपका 4th क्वेश्चन था। एंड थैंक्स अविकल्पा फॉर गिविंग द गिव अवे फॉर दिस। So quickly, Shivraj, over to you, and thank you again for your patience. And guys, please hold on. We have so many queries and so many questions right now, which I can see on my screen. So each one of you at least will getting 1 or 2 questions quickly. After Shivraj, if any other speaker is listening to me, I think we are still waiting from Dilsher, Arjun. अगर आप इस webinar को कहीं पे भी attend कर रहे हैं, I have already pinged you, guys. तो अगर आप कर रहे हैं, please quickly join करें, because we want to listen from you as well, and then quickly we will start with the question answer session. Shivraj, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. Thank you for the kind introduction, and as always, thank you for bringing all of us together on one platform, and not only bringing us together, providing us with this medium to kind of connect with such a massive following. And I feel that's absolutely fantastic, because educating the people and spreading awareness is something that is very, very required today in this industry. So thank you. So I'd like to start with my journey in the cannabis space and how it began. It began almost about 2.5, 3 years ago now, when a loved one was diagnosed with a very serious ailment. And she was put on a lot of heavy medication, chemical medicines. And at this point, we did not want to give her any more allopathic drugs. That's what led me into a deep dive into the research regarding herbal medicines and natural remedies, and I came across cannabis extract. I saw a great change in her living condition when we started giving it to her, and that's what really piqued my interest in this space. I actually found out that it helps not just with very serious ailments, but it's something that can be taken to help people with lifestyle ailments and everyday problems. Anxiety, for example, was something that I found it gave great relief from, and that's something that I personally had and I was battling with, and it brought me great relief. That's when I realized and I decided that this is a product that should be made available to everyone, and I started this company. Our goal today is the same as it was when I started researching up about it, which is to help people reduce their dependence on chemical medicines and to provide them with a better way to heal using all natural products. Coming to where we are today in the industry, I feel very rightly said by Raghav. Credibility is something that is really going to drive the industry forward. And credibility is going to come from clinical trials and medical research. I feel that people really will start trusting the products more when they are prescribed these products by the doctors, and when your doctor really advises you to take them. and doctor will do that once they have confidence in the products. And again, that is something that can come from clinical trials. When I'm to talk about our products are efficacy-based products that have been developed and have been proven through pilot studies done within the framework of Ayurveda. Our goal again is to further take this a notch forward by entering the clinical trials done in the medical fraternity with allopathic doctors as well. So that's something that's very much on the cards for us. I'd like to talk about the kind of products that we have in the market today. So all our products are based on the cannabis leaf extract as an active ingredient. We are looking at three main areas of focus, which are chronic pain, anxiety, and insomnia. These are the three main areas. We have two product categories: oral tinctures and topicals. In the oral tinctures, we have two strengths, specificated each for anxiety, insomnia, and chronic pain. In the topicals category, we currently have a muscle and joint pain rub oil. Now, what's really exciting about this product is that apart from just the cannabis leaf extract and a carrier oil, it has also been infused with a dozen Ayurvedic super herbs that also have anti-inflammatory and pain relief properties, which are actually amplifying the therapeutic effect of the cannabis leaf extract. So these are our current products in the market. We are working on several new products and multiple product categories. We are also going to be coming up with a menstrual pain relief oil and a pain oil for neuropathic pain in particular. So that's going to be in the market very soon. Yeah, that's about it. And I look forward to having more such conversations.
Thanks, Shivraj, and I think great. Looking forward to have many more exciting products and range from you guys as well. Thank you so much, and I quickly request. I think we have Arjun, Dilsher. Two people are remaining, so if you both of you are listening to us, kindly join as panelist so that we can quickly take you guys as well as our speaker. And let's give couple of giveaways, and then Avnish, one specific question is for you. So maybe you can meanwhile prepare that question, the answer of that question, and then let me just quickly give some giveaways, and then I will hand over the uh, session to you quickly for a couple of minute answer. So you have mentioned about clinical trial and clinical research you people are think are doing. So specifically, people are asking or they are interested in understanding what kind of clinical trial or what kind of clinical research you people are doing as far as cannabis or medical cannabis space is concerned. If you people can reveal, I don't know. Like for example, I can understand Raghav Savikalpa. They are not in the stage right now that they can reveal, because when they will launch after that maybe they will be revealing, so we'll not ask them. But you people already have some products, so if you can reveal, maybe it is a kind of a post marketing study for you, or already the products which are in their market. So if you are possible to reveal, please do that. Otherwise you can politely answer no as well. Quickly let me give away a couple of giveaways. So next is coming from Niagara. So Niagara, thank you so much for this. We have giveaways from all the companies, by the way, today. I'm just picking up randomly. So the question next is, in fact, by Niagara, they have one unique form. The question is, if you have listened, if you have not listened, please rewind that session, because in that way we will get more visibility. So the question is, they have a specific product which most of the companies are not having right now. So we just need the name of that product, the form. In fact, I will say the dosage form, I can say. So Niagara have that dosage form, and in fact I will give that specific question to Herschel Trost as well. So they also have some unique form of drug delivery or medicine delivery as far as cannabis is concerned right now. So both of them have one kind of unique product which most of the companies are not having. One or two companies are having apart from that right now in India, maybe imported or some localized, but they have good quality or excellent quality, I can vouch, because both of them we are also prescribing to the patients as well. And thank you again, in fact thank you to all of you for maintaining that excellent quality. And I again request, I keep on requesting all my respected and esteemed panelists. Right now all of you are on the board, and all of you, the entire world is seeing you. right now. So please switch on your cameras as well, so that everybody can see you. Thank you. So and now, by the way, we are getting into more interaction and more discussion. So most of the speakers have completed now. So in the next 30 40 minutes, we intend to ask each one of you one by one or two questions, and we keep this kind of panel outlay. Vikram, please switch on your cam as well. We are getting one question from Canada also, from Twitch. So we will keep on asking, and many questions I will just throw. Any one of you can answer voluntarily as well. So I don't know how I can relate, right? So for Niagara and for Trost, the giveaways are they're unique. I repeat, for Niagara, they have a unique drug dispensing product in a different form. Name that model, name that form in which they are giving the cannabis. And same for the Trost, they have another. It's a classical. In fact, the Trost is having their formulation in a patent way, in a proprietary way, as far as the licensing is concerned. But the form is classical, which we are using in Panchkarma. Many Ayurveda doctors are aware about that. So please, and both of them have discussed in their session, so you can rewind the session, and you have time till 12 in night today. And I request all of you, please email us your answers. You can post as well in the comment section. मैं repeat कर रहा हूँ, अभी जो questions हम पूछ रहे हैं, अभी हमने 6 questions total आपसे पूछ लिए हैं, तो आप प्लीज इनको आंसर करें. एंड इन सभी क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स के हर एक आंसर के साथ इंडिविजुअल प्राइजेस और इंडिविजुअल गिफ्ट्स भी हैं. अगर आपके मल्टीपल आंसर्स ठीक होते हैं तो आपके चांसेस हैं मल्टीपल गिफ्ट्स जीतने के. आप 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 तक के भी गिफ्ट्स या प्राइजेस जीत सकते हैं. अगर आपका एक आंसर ठीक होता है तो, या दो आंसर ठीक होते हैं तो, रेस्पेक्टिव कंपनी विल गिव यू दैट. एंड सिंगल प्रोडक्ट इज ऑफ थाउजेंड्स रुपीज. एंड so you can imagine the value. So right, so let's quickly hear from Avnish about that question on clinical trials. And thank you again, Harshal and Rajat from Trost and Niagara for these giveaways. And please be with us. We have specific question for you as well around these product form. थोड़ा सा एंड में पूछेंगे, अभी लोगों को सोचने देते हैं और रिवाइंड करके देखने देते हैं कि आपके यूनिक फॉर्म के प्रोडक्ट्स क्या हैं. अवनीश.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Juneja. I think first thing we need to clarify is that if there is any clinical trial happening in India, whether it is under Ayurveda, whether it is under making some claims on food-based nutritious products, or whether it is under allopathic medicine, all these trials are registered under the Clinical Trial Registry of India, which is actually a public domain where one can go and view these trials as well. So any of the companies here talking about them wanting to do clinical trials or already being part of it, it would eventually have to showcase on the CPRI website as well. So I'm just going to take everyone through, I'm going to share the screen and take everyone through what it would be like. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen now. Yeah. So as you see, it talks about the specific product that we're talking about, the effect of Vijaya oil in patients that are going through osteoarthritis. We're also talking about what kind of study are we performing, an open single arm study to evaluate the efficacy and safety of local application of this Vijaya oil. Where is this trial happening currently? Who is the current sponsor of the trial? As well, once we go down, we see who is the kind of person in contact, what, and most importantly, what are the inclusion and exclusion criterias of the patients. What is it that we don't want the patient to have, want the patient to have? What are the primary and secondary outcomes that we are trying to showcase, whether they would be in terms of quantitative values or qualitative values? Also, what are we eventually trying to evaluate in this study, and whether it's an interventional kind of a study, and what is the kind of effect we're having. The other study that is currently listed out by Bohico is one on specifically with reference to eczema. So there is a simple method that I think all of us have to eventually follow, where we have to do basic safety toxicity, which can be done with lots of toxicology labs across the country. In fact, Bohico is willing to help out everybody because of the little connections that we've been able to make in this space as well. And this is the most important thing from the industry perspective. if we start making claims that are actually validated, that not only brings cannabis as a medicine up there, but it also raises the bar of Ayurveda generically, which is also one of the kind of perception battles that we are fighting at this stage, right? So the more work that we do, I think the more transparent work that we do, the more third party verifiable work that we do, is the kind of claims that we should eventually be making. That will also put all of us collectively in the right basket, and also position us separately from what people think is snake oil medicine, or something that is not perceived in the right way. So this perception battle eventually has to be fought using scientific tools. And if you see some of the aspects in our trial, we are actually using modern day markers to prove an Ayurvedic medicine. Like a Womack scale is actually a scale developed by a doctor in Canada. But it's just that even today, Ayurvedic doctors are open to understanding the modern implications of these medicines and applying the same. So I think that's what I was trying to explain in terms of how a clinical trial can happen. You can also partner with multiple different government institutes. I'm pretty sure Raghav is also kind of doing that with Savikalpa, a few other organizations that I'm aware of who are doing that. And the more government organizations get involved, the less friction we are going to see from the system, because it is their scientists, their doctors who are validating this. People like Vikram, myself, going out and talking about how great this medicine is. Of course, it's great. It's a job to make money on this thing, right? But this is a little more sensitive than us making a few dollars on this medicine. We have a lot of baggage of credibility to take forward. And I think collectively, us as an industry, if we get specific towards these trials and towards these toxicity studies, even though might not lead to absolute efficacy, but even if we can prove that a product is relatively safe and non-toxic, is a huge step for everyone. So I think that's the focus we should initially have for clinical trials. And then, of course, technology will have its part to play. All the industry players will have a differentiator to kind of say, this is something unique about my product, or this is the same thing it does. Because we see the same thing happening in the West as well. There are 100 companies kind of selling the same CBD oil. But where we can differentiate ourselves is from the West, is we actually have the opportunity to be more scientific than the guys who actually claim to have created this industry there. I think that's
So,
pretty
Manish,
much it.
on that note, let's have a question from a Canada person. He's watching us from Canada directly. Just quickly, it's a long question. All of you can quickly read on your screens. As you mentioned about the West aspect, and this is a very important question. And in fact, I request Raghav, or maybe Sumit, Vikram, Harshal, any one of you, Shivraj, any one of you have any idea? Rohit, I can see Rajat is also there. Rohit Shah is there as well. So, any one of you have any idea about this? Please give your inputs, because the question is very specific, that they like having a medical card and they are using cannabis there. But the problem is the doctor is not bothered from where they are getting it, the source of the particular plant, or so it's like they are concerned that what we need to do if it is a non-lab tested product we are getting, or if it is a regulated one. And I think the concentration and the aspects are also mentioned. So any one of you want to take this question, want to address this question? They have asked the entire panel here, and I think it's a good gesture, because Canada is one of the leader. Still the people from Canada wants to hear from us as well, that what we think on this particular aspect. So any one of you wants to answer this? Raghav, Amnish, or maybe Sumit, Vikram, any one of you?
I can take a brief stab, but I'm sure that others will be able to add some texture. I think it's a very valid question, but I don't think, Jordan, that it's possible for us to compare what the medical cannabis regime in Canada is compared to the kinds of products we have under the Ayurveda, the Ayush regime here in India. There is no challenge if you are comparing flower to flower, as long as the flower that you're getting from a non-tested source, you also trust for it to be essentially clean. So what you cannot ensure when you're getting product from a non-regulated source is the stability and the toxicity, essentially. And that is the only thing that you need to check out for when procuring from a non-regulated, a non-clinic resource in Canada in particular. That's the only thing I would say. But otherwise, I don't think that it's possible for us to compare the kinds of cannabis medicine products, the tinctures, the edible oils that we have here, with the raw flower, which I presume is what you're talking about in terms of procurement in Canada.
Right, right. Fine. I think definitely you are completely, we are agree with you. Next question for people who are dealing with the nutritional aspect. And prior to getting the answer for this question, let me quickly give giveaways from IHO and uh, Health Horizons also, because they both are also into this. Ananta we have already given, but Ananta is also there in nutritional aspect, and I think Rajat is also there. Nagra, they are also doing nutritional aspect as well. So all of you can answer this question, but prior to that, let me just quickly give some giveaways to all of you. So quickly give us three benefits of these nutritional aspect like hemp seed oil, hemp seeds. So although you have asked us the question which the speakers will be answering, but prior to that, quickly let me also ask all of you that you can give us some brief inputs or maybe some pointers that what exactly these are benefited in terms of hemp seed oil if somebody is taking hemp seed oil, hemp seeds. So the general answers will be definitely welcome, but if somebody has some unique answer or some case study, that will be entitled for a special prize also. And thanks to Health Horizons, India Hemp Organics, and already Ananta has already covered that, and we have already given the giveaway from Niagara. So Health Horizons and IHO both are giving you nice hampers, and also specifically as far as Health Horizons is concerned and IHO is concerned, you can quickly mention also in your answer if you can explore. And in fact, I request all the companies who are there, so you can explore their respective websites also. And in your answers, you can add on that if you have done some kind of a research or what kind of products they are offering, so it will be more suitable answer. Still, at least you can mention the benefits of health, like hemp seeds, hemp seed oil. And just to an advanced level question, if any one of you can answer, and I request the speakers not to reveal this. You can reveal the benefits, but not to reveal what do you mean by hemp hearts. What is the difference, or what exactly we mean by hemp hearts? Hemp hearts you will find that many companies are marketing. So what do you mean by hemp heart? So technically, how hemp heart is different from hemp seed? So that is an advanced level question to all of you who are listening to us, and I can vouch that you'll be getting a very good hamper from India Hemp Organics and Health Horizons. They have excellent products on this. So quickly answer these two questions. And Rohit, Rohit Square, I would like to say like this because both of you have nutritional product. Rajat, Vikram, you have nutritional products. Boeko also is like having nutritional, but Amnish already has taken so much of footage. So let's give some chances to other speakers as well in the panel. So quickly on nutritional aspect, guys, Vikram, Rohit Kamath, Rohit Shah. The question is, which is the most used part of hemp medicinally? Are seeds just used for nutritional purpose, or it has medicinal benefits? So the first part is leaves. As far as the medical point of view is concerned, right now in India, the leaf extract is we are using, so that I can answer. For seeds, let me ask our esteemed speakers. So the question is, it's just for nutritional purpose, or is there any medical benefit? See, I can sense the mindset. I have already asked you, Rohit Shah, that many doctors and many practitioners are asking that what kind of medicinal benefits these seeds and nutritional products are having, because then we can recommend, and it will be easy for us to recommend to our patients as well. And finally, I think we have just a second. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, so that's an interesting question because again, as we see in our country, the seed products are currently licensed under Ayurveda, regulated by Ayurveda, as opposed to FSSAI or in the regulating authority. But at the same time, if you see the seed products, the benefits that come from them are from the nutritional aspects of it. So, for example, if you talk about the omega-3 and omega-6 balances, right? The perfect ratio is 3:1 ratio of omega-6 over omega-3. That naturally helps with inflammation, anti-inflammation, right? At the same time, if we talk about the linoleic acid, so there are these ALAs and GLAs naturally present within the hemp seed or the hemp seed oil that actually helps you with your metabolism syndromes, regulating your metabolism syndromes, or helping you with your arthritis pains. At the same time, if we talk about, let's say, the the powder itself, the hemp seed powder. So the powder, why it is good, not just for its nutritional, but the medical side of things, I could say it's a metabolism regulator. Why it is a metabolism regulator? Because it has high amounts of fiber levels. So again, attached to a nutritional fact that is available in the powder. So these are some of the examples where the nutrition or the hemp seed products can be sort of prescribed or used under the not so targeted ailments, but the generalized ailments, metabolism regulators, arthritis pain, regular pain management, so on and so forth.
Right, right, great. You want to add on something, Rohit, Kamath, or Vikram, to this question as far as the medical aspect is concerned, or maybe any other speaker wants to add something to this? Rajat? No? Fine. So thank you, Rohit Shah, for this exhaustive answer. I think you have covered all the aspects. Finally, we have Arjun as well with us. Arjun Khanna. Hi, Arjun. Welcome, founder Canadoc. Nice to
Thank
have
you, Dr.
you.
Juneja.
And finally, you are able to make for this session. And I again request. I think Dilsher is having some issue, so please connect. You are the final speaker for us. So. Arjun, quickly introduce yourself about your company. We know that you are in the process of launching. Maybe next month you will be launching your products. So, what exactly the unique proposition you are bringing to the market? We have already so many companies with so many medical products and medicines, nutritional as well. So, what is your unique proposition that people should definitely look forward and take it from here? So, over to you, Vikram, and I request you can maybe specify and also convey that when exactly you people are launching so that people can connect with you as well, because most of the companies are already launched, so we are able to connect them. And I request all the audience also, you are posting so many answers we are getting. अगेन आई रिक्वेस्ट, मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ अपना ईमेल आईडी या कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर ज़रूर पोस्ट करें. आपके काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस बहुत अच्छे से आप आंसर्स कर रहे हैं. आपने टिपिकल से टिपिकल हेम्प हार्ट तक के क्वेश्चंस को आंसर किया, विच आई एम वेरी मच सरप्राइज. बट आपने अपना नंबर या ईमेल आईडी नहीं मेंशन किया. हम अब आप सबको, इनफैक्ट मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कंपनी से कि सबके पास जितने लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है कुछ ना कुछ हैम्पर और गिफ्ट पहुंचे. वो हम तभी कर पाएंगे जब आप एटलीस्ट हमें अपना ईमेल आईडी या कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर ज़रूर शेयर करें. एंड आप लाइव चैट में आंसर कर रहे हैं यूट्यूब की, तो बेस्ट रहेगा आपके लिए कि आप हमें एक ईमेल ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, info@indianvaidyas.com. हम अपने स्क्रीन पे भी इसको फ्लैश कर रहे हैं. जस्ट ड्रॉप एन ईमेल टू अस. अगर आप हमें वैसे हम ट्रैक कर लेंगे सारे आंसर्स, हमारी डिजिटल टीम ट्रैक करेगी, बट ट्रैकिंग में भी अगर आपका ईमेल आईडी या मोबाइल नंबर आंसर के साथ नहीं होगा तो थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है आपसे कनेक्ट करके आप तक पहुंचने में. तो प्लीज़ अपना ईमेल आईडी और कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर ज़रूर लिखें. आई रिपीट, एंड यू कैन ईमेल अस एज वेल विद ऑल द आंसर्स व्हिच यू हैव डन. Over to you, Arjun. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the delay in joining the webinar. I was having some technical issues with the network. I'd just like to introduce myself as one of the founders of Canadoc. We are coming out with India's first full spectrum extract infused gummies. We've already got the license. We've started a small clinical trial at the moment, and we're trying to ascertain what the optimum dosage would be and what are the various combinations we can try with the gummies, including other Ayurvedic ingredients. So that's where we stand at the moment. We're also in the process of launching a few other products which have already been licensed, but we're yet to take a call whether we want to come out with them immediately or first just start with the gummies for the time being. All of you can be expecting samples as early as middle of next week. And I think Dr. Juneja will help ensure that they reach all of you. Apart from this, we're also extensively looking at R&D into various aspects, including the seeds, including the crop cycles, the flowering cycles, and various varieties from across the country, and how it's going to differ in terms of output, how it's going to differ in terms of the THC percentages, CBD percentages, and things like that. But primarily speaking, we're only going to focus on the product end right now and the medicinal properties associated with it. So for the time being, we're only coming out with the gummies, which is going to be used for sleep issues, sleep disorders, for pain management, and for stress alleviation. So this is where we stand at the moment, and I'm sure once the product is out there and we've got some more feedback from patients, doctors alike, we'll be much better placed to sort of, figure out how best to go forward with this, because at the moment we're at a very nascent stage. Like I said, we're just in the middle of our clinical trials, and we'd love for, the others in the industry to sort of come join hands with us. We'd love to sell our product in your marketplace and your products in ours. I mean, our website is still under development, but our paperwork is all complete. Our license is all in place, and that's where we started the clinical trials on a small scale at the moment. I'd just like to conclude with that. And like I said, you'll be receiving my samples shortly next week.
Thank you, Arjun. And in fact, excited to understand about your product, because until now we had broad spectrum gummies as far as our Indian market is concerned. So I think
Yes.
first time you people are bringing the full spectrum gummies, and hope you have
Correct.
secured your licenses and all, which you have already mentioned. So that will definitely be a unique product which we all are looking forward as a clinician as well. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining today. And if you are able
Thank you
to
so much,
hold on,
Dr. Juneja. Thank you.
yeah, great. And if you are able to hold on, just be with us. We have certain questions and queries coming up, so we can accordingly
Sure.
take it forward as well.
Sure.
So another very important question, by the way, and I open this question to all of you. And prior to that, when you start answering, we have a couple of more giveaways to give you. But let me just speak the question, and maybe you can prepare the answer, because it's a bit complicated question. However, you all are dealing on day-to-day basis as well, so it's not challenging for you to answer. But still, let me just give you the idea. The question is: in India, cultivation is not yet regulated. Maybe it
Correct.
is regulated in some aspects, but it is not. And what is the source of leaves? Is it bhang license sold in streets or medically grown plants? So it's a very important question. Just hold on your answers for a minute. Let me just quickly request Shivraj, you want to ask a question? I think you requested that you want to ask some question for your giveaway. So you want to ask directly?
Well, yes, doctor. Thank you.
Please,
So
please.
it's an easy enough question, and this is for a giveaway of our whole leaf gift voucher. Um, what does cannabis extract help with? Is it A, anxiety, B, pain, 3, inflammation, or 4, all of the above? Anyone who's been paying any attention to the talk so far would, it's a very easy answer to give. So do let me know the answer for a nice gift voucher.
Great. Thank you, Shivraj, for this question. I repeat, the question is, what does cannabis extract help with? Cannabis extract से आपको क्या फायदा होता है? A, anxiety, B, pain, C, insomnia, and 4 is all the above. तो कौन सा ऑप्शन है? फोर्थ या डी है, सी है, बी है, ए है? प्लीज क्विकली बताएं. एंड ऑल द अबव है, कोई लिख रहा है एंग्जाइटी है, कोई पेन लिख रहा है. मैं फिर से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, यू आर नॉट पोस्टेड योर ईमेल आईडी एंड योर मोबाइल नंबर, so please quickly do that. Our team will not be able to reach you. And by the way, Shivraj is having excellent giveaways for all of you, so do not miss that. And on the same note, let me also, because I think there is a challenge from Arjun's side for the network, so let me announce his giveaway as well. Canadoc, they are also like giving you nice giveaways, products and samples also, and they have an exciting product to launch as well. So Arjun, you want to ask some question, or let me ask on your behalf?
Please go right ahead, Dr. Juneja.
Great. So now the question is, it has been mentioned when when he was discussing about his gummies, and we also discussed this many times in our platform as well. So and it's an advanced level question, again a bit tough. What is the difference between a full spectrum or a broad spectrum? You have mentioned and you have discussed and you have learned or listened about this. So मैं आप सबसे क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूँगा. It's an interesting question. प्लीज आंसर एलेबोरेटिवली. जितना डिस्क्रिप्शन के साथ अच्छे से आंसर करेंगे, उतने चांसेस रहेंगे प्राइजेस जीतने के. एंड ये एक यूनिफॉर्म क्वेश्चन है. कैनाडॉक इज फॉर सपोर्टिंग अस, अर्जुन खन्ना इज सपोर्टिंग अस फॉर दिस, बट अदर कंपनीज विल आल्सो बी इंटरेस्टेड. अगर आपका क्वेश्चन उनको आंसर अच्छा लगा, तो मे बी यू कैन गेट गुड हैम्पर्स फ्रॉम अदर कंपनीज एज वेल. सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फुल स्पेक्ट्रम एंड ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम? द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अर्जुन कैनाडॉक. And now I quickly request all of you, जो cultivation वाला question, let me just put it that on your screens again. Anyone want to answer this
I'd
question?
I'd love to give my 2 cents on that.
No problem, and then maybe other speakers also can add on. Please go ahead.
Sure. So to answer that question in brief, there are excise licenses in place, and you have to buy the bhang leaf to manufacture your finished product for your extracts and all through those excise channels. There are only a handful of states in the country which are doing that at the moment. Madhya Pradesh is one of them. UP is one of them. And Uttarakhand is also doing the same thing. And I think Punjab, if I'm not mistaken, is the fourth state that's doing it, to the best of my knowledge. But the other three I'm absolutely certain about. In fact, even Himachal is not doing it at the moment.
Any other panelist wants to add on? Sumit, I think you want to add on something. You can just unmute yourself and speak. I think you wanted to speak. And any other? The question is about the cultivation, Sumit. If you are able to hear us, I think there is some issue with Sumit in terms of audio connectivity. Any other speaker want to add on to this question? No.
Hi, I'm so sorry I missed on the question. Can you please? I was backstage, so I did not really.
So the
listen to
question is regarding the standardization as far as the raw material procurement is concerned, that whether it is coming from a licensed source or it is like unregulated, or is it regulated? In India, cultivation is not yet regulated. What is the source of leaves? Is it bhang license sold in streets or medically grown plants or what? So people are confused. People want to know the answer because you people are giving us the end product. But and I think maybe I request Boyeko and other people also to add on to what Arjun mentioned, and because you people are exhaustively working sometimes with these, and Ananta or any other company wants to answer, because this is a very important question, by the way, and as a clinician we also don't have that much of time to go into this particular detailed aspect, but we need to ensure, because sometimes we know that in Ayurveda there are raw material sources for other medicines, but for cannabis, for bhang, there is a challenge. So how you can take it forward, and how you people are ensuring, by the way, that the raw material is good in terms of quality, because that is the backbone of all of your products and extracts and all.
So I think one thing to understand is that none of the starting material or the cannabis leaf flows comes out randomly. Everything is processed under a license. State Revenue Department ensures that licensed manufacturers get the access to the leaves. It is their responsibility to procure and hand over the quality leaves, which can be then used by the manufacturers. Uh, State revenue departments cultivates slash collects cannabis leaves. So we, since as you know, it is a known fact, none of us are cultivating it for medicinal purposes. So we rely on the state revenue departments for quality sourcing. Standardization is I believe is the next set of challenge we need to solve to ensure that we can offer probably more of a CBD THC oriented. I mean, I think when we were talking about when the questions from the Canada came into picture, both operates under two different regulations and obviously processing. They have more access to the cultivation, hence they can standardize the cannabinoids. However, unfortunately, we do not, or we cannot standardize the cannabinoids, neither at the cultivation scale nor at the chemist scale, because when you work within the Ayush framework, you have to work with the entire spectrum of the plant. And I believe these are the two questions. I guess, I mean, that's
I think
from my end.
I think there's a follow-up question that he has asked,
I'm
that
sorry.
if the excise is the source, then is it roadside or illegal cultivation? Then how
No,
can you
no,
use
no.
for medicine?
No, it's bhang grown in the wild, essentially.
No, there's
Yeah,
no
so the
illegal.
point is 80% of Ayurvedic medicine is collected herb and not cultivated herb.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
like a lot of other Ayurvedic herbs, even bhang is being collected. The objective is to eventually cultivate it for regulatory purposes as well as for standardization purposes. But that is dependent with a different part of the state government. The state Ayush ministry does not determine the regulation for cultivation of cannabis. That is the state excise that does that. Hence, following Ayurvedic principles, every company in India today is only working with sourced and collected bhang rather than cultivated bhang. I think that kind of clarifies the overall.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, great, great. Now, another question, specific question I received, Harshal, in my inbox for you. You have mentioned about that Doom Dandika, and in Ayurveda, we know it as a Doompan. Now, how you will ensure, and don't mind, I have to be a bit candid and blunt sometimes as well, because we are taking some aspects from the practitioner side as well as from the consumer side as well, and we need to also do some work in the legal framework. So, how you will ensure that it will not be abused, misused, or people are using for recreational as well? Because ultimately it's a cigarette in form of a cigarette you are dispensing. Although it's a Dhumpan in Ayurveda, and definitely it will be strictly under medical supervision. Still, your company, how you are ensuring that, and why basically you launched this product on specifically? Why not only tinctures and other? Why, there are two questions for you. Thank you.
Right. So it's an excellent question, I believe, because a lot of people would confuse smoke therapy with recreational cannabis in general. And so we wanted to only do it with the prescription, and that's how we're proceeding forward with it. And we are very, very thorough that we evaluate each and every consumer, and we keep a database and a track record of how we sell it. And of course, we don't really encourage people to use this for recreational purposes. It's only for medical purposes. And on the second bit of the question, um, how basically we are going to regulate it is only going to be through prescriptions and through certified ASU practitioners. Uh, Dr. Juneja, I would request you to come up with the second question again. I kind of lost track of it.
Why you have launched this? Why not other conventional
So,
products, tinctures and
so Dhoom Dandika is actually a long lost remedy in Ayurveda. It comes from Bhavya Prakash, the Ayurvedic book, and it's a long lost remedy. It's always been there. It's a classical. There's a classical Dhoom Yog remedy out there. It does cater to a lot of ailments, and I believe that being an Ayurvedic company, we should always go back to the roots and come through with them. So I feel you one shouldn't really lose the medical bit of it and come back to like the Ayurvedic bit. So of Doom Dandika.
great. Thank you so much. We have next 10-15 minutes to conclude this session now, and I request all the panelists again to please switch on their cameras and let's take quickly few rapid fire questions with all of you. And prior to that, I would request Vikram. I think he's there from a bit long. Vikram, specifically, you people have some pet range as well, which a couple of people, I think, after exploring your site, they have requested to give some more insights on that. And I think you people are also into the cosmetics. So these two range which we have not discussed yet in this webinar today. So quickly you can give a couple of minutes to these two domains which you people are dealing as well. Vikram.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Saab. Yes, we are into the cosmetic line also and the pet line also. Basically, both the lines are based on the hemp seed oil, as a lot of panelists have already discussed, and we know the benefits of the hemp seed oil, either used topically or if it's taken orally also. It does have anti-inflammatory properties, sources of omega proteins. I don't need to repeat all of that. And we have taken out this. It's basically a raw hemp seed oil for the pet industry, which we have for dogs and cats. And because the endocannabinoid system works similar in these in the pets, so we realize that the nutritional benefits to the pets are almost similar to, in fact, actually same to the human beings. And knowing that, we had actually started working with some doctors, and we are distributing that to a couple of hospitals and the pet line and pet stores and everywhere. With that, we're also working with these doctors in Delhi in terms of introducing the full spectrum extract into the pet industry. And Ayush currently is not giving a license for this full spectrum infused medicines for pets, but I'm sure that with the studies they've asked us to provide with doctor recommendation, the whole format, we would be able to get this soon get the license for those products also, and that will be a game changer for the pet industry. And I'm sure a lot of other companies are also working on the same. And I think it's an industry which can really use hemp seed oil and the veggie extract like the humans can use. So that's the idea with the pet line. And we guys are there. And the cosmetic line, we have tried to use mostly Ayurvedic products, but obviously every product does have hemp seed oil infusion in it, and we've seen some great results in that. We've got products like body butters and face wash and face serums, especially the face products. We've been getting some really good response uh, for problems like acne and problems like anti wrinkling and even toning. And a face serum and face wash have received some really, really good results. So both these lines are based on hemp seed oil, and as a company, we're also waiting that where we can progress into the full spectrum extract in these two lines, and I think soon we will see all these products coming out. So yeah, these are the two lines. I think cosmetics is a big industry, and I think hemp seed oil is a big potential in that industry, and we're looking forward for
Right.
that.
Right. Thanks, Vikram. Quickly, I have 3-4 specific questions for the panelists, and then maybe we will proceed towards the conclusion of this session. And I can see so many people are joining. Guys, अभी दो giveaways और pending है, तो अभी 5-10 मिनट और रुके हमारे साथ audience में. रोहित शाह, Health Horizons. Rohit, one specific question for you guys, and people I think are a bit confused that you people already have your own brand, and you're also helping out several companies for B2B space as well, in terms of if they want to give you some order in B2B. So we have some people who want to venture out into this and maybe looking forward to associate with you as B2B. We have Dr. Manoj. I request you to share your email ID or mobile number. He wants to start in entire Rajasthan or Jaipur specifically, and many other queries we are getting, and in past also. So quickly, you can explain that along with your own brand, how you are managing that B2B aspect as well, and how people can maybe get associated with you.
Sure. So, initially when we started out back in 2018, we had to launch a brand because nobody else was selling the seed products legally under the Ayush framework. And that is why we have a brand currently also. And what we try to do is, the innovations that we do, like the hemp power bar or the anti-stress or fertility enhancement powder blends, we try to come out with those products under our brand so that a generalized awareness is being built, and then those things can be launched as a B2B model for anybody to start white labeling under their brand. How it works is, there are certain formulations that we have under our company licensed. Those are the formulations that are available for white labeling. And then there can be specific formulations that an individual or a company has via their scientists, via their communities, that can also be licensed via a thing called loan license. I'm sure a lot of people know this. So we can get a loan license. You can get a loan license via a manufacturer like us, and then start white labeling these products under your brand. So basically, a lot of things under Ayurveda or medicines, work on the liability basis. So for example, if a marketing company is selling a product, a lot of liability falls on the marketing company and not just the manufacturer. So it is really important to work in the legal framework, getting all the paperwork and licenses straight in order to launch these products in the market. I hope I was able to answer any questions
Yes,
or
great,
any
great.
questions
Thanks.
you have to share.
Thanks, great. And quickly, let's have a couple of more giveaways. We have from Oshad, and we have from EcoHemp Dilsher. I think he was not able to join due to some issue, but we have giveaways from both of them. And then I think we complete the list. And straight away, we 3-4 questions आपको throw कर रहे हैं. Random questions, and you can answer as well. But as far as Oshad is concerned, let me just give you the question and you can answer. And we will have an exciting giveaway from Oshad as well to you. And then we will have the from Dilsher EcoHemp as well. Now the question is, as far as we have understood, अभी तक हमने इसको समझा about cannabis, about practicing medical cannabis. Now there is one requirement. अगर हम internal medicines की बात करें, so there is one requirement कि हम इनको बिना prescription के नहीं दे सकते. वो requirement किस law में किस schedule में mention है, वो आपको आंसर देना है. इट कैन बी A B C D E F G H I J, कुछ भी हो सकता है. तो वो कौन सा शेड्यूल है जिसके अकॉर्डिंग इसमें ये माना गया है कि या तो वहाँ पर ये मेंशन है कि मेडिकल सुपरविजन, इस पे भी कुछ लोग डिबेट करते हैं कि मेडिकल सुपरविजन मेंशन है, प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मेंशन नहीं है. But when we discuss this about with authorities and legal people, they have clearly mentioned that the documented version of medical supervision is prescription. So please इसका आंसर ज़रूर दें, because ये जानना ज़रूरी है. अगर आप कोई भी इंटरनल मेडिसिन ले रहे हैं मेडिकल कैनाबिस स्पेस में, तो आपको प्रिस्क्रिप्शन साथ में ज़रूर चाहिए. एंड कौन से लॉ, कौन से शेड्यूल के अंदर इसके बारे में बात की गई है, मेंशन किया गया है, दैट इज़ द क्वेश्चन. एंड द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज़, thank you EcoHemp for giving giveaway for this question. So the second question is, in fact, I think one doctor has requested this as well, that they need to understand. Let me put this question on the screen as well. So do we have to take a license for prescribing or dispensing your products? Dr. Gyanendra is asking that. So first, let me just ask the question around this, because that is connected to this as well. So which people are authorized to prescribe medical cannabis in India, या who people, like क्या क्या डिग्री होल्डर्स हैं, कौन हैं जो प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं? अगर वो डॉक्टर्स हैं तो कौन से डॉक्टर्स हैं, क्या सारे डॉक्टर्स प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं? इसको जितना प्रिसाइज, जितना स्पेसिफिक आप लिखेंगे, उतने चांसेस हैं आपके गिव अवेज बेटर होने के और आपको अच्छे प्राइजेस मिलने के. So the question I repeat from us for the giveaway is, who are the doctors, who are the people who are authorized to prescribe medical cannabis in India? वो कौन से डॉक्टर्स हैं, कौन से डिग्री होल्डर्स हैं जो मेडिकल कैनाबिस है? मल्टीपल भी हैं अगर, तो मल्टीपल में भी आप लिख सकते हैं कि ये डिग्री होल्डर्स या ये 3 4 5 कैटेगरी के डॉक्टर्स प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं. तो आप मल्टीपल आंसर भी दे सकते हैं, मल्टीपल एप्लीकेबल हैं, राइट? सो वो प्लीज़ आप ज़रूर आंसर करें. एंड जितने भी क्वेश्चंस अभी तक हमने पूछे, उन सबको आप रिवाइंड करके ज़रूर देखें. एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द पैनलिस्ट टू क्विकली स्विच ऑन देयर कैमरास. We are just proceeding for the conclusion. In next 5 to 10 minutes, we are concluding this session today. It's more than 2 hours now. आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि अपने कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिए. So this question, I think any one of you, Amnish, Sumit, Rohit, anyone wants to answer this? Do we have to take a license for prescribing or dispensing your products?
No, sir. As far as the product is actually licensed under the Ayurvedic, Siddha, or Unani system of medicine, there is no specific sale or prescription license that the doctor needs to provide or obtain in that case. In fact, in the olden days, the Hakim and the Vaid used to actually mix the bhang himself in a predominant formulation and provide it to the patient in terms of their age, sex, etc. So, from a regulatory perspective, Dr. Gyanendra, you don't require any specific license. Dr. Juneja has been prescribing products specifically. You just need to keep these products safely in a locked compartment. I think that's pretty much the major requirement there. If I'm
Right.
missing out on any of this, please
Quickly
add.
let me add on. I think एक important question है. I will take couple of minutes because predominantly काफी सारे doctors I can see in the comment section, and we have just flashed the number and email ID of our platform. Any person, आपको किसी को distributorship चाहिए, यहाँ पे किसी को अपने clinic पे start करना है, prescribe करना है, certification के बारे में हमने ज़्यादा बात नहीं करी आज, but you all can check that details on our website. We are starting the first batch on 1st October, and you can write us, you can email us. We'll be happy to send you all the details. And all these companies who are there, I again request, I think couple of panelists, Rajat and Arjun, please quickly switch on your cam. I again thank to all of you. See, जो doctors वाला aspect है बड़ा important है, because all these companies also want to connect with you, all of you, for the prescriptions. As a doctor, you need to understand, जैसा कि अवनीश ने बताया कि you are not supposed to get any other. आपके पास अगर एक valid degree है, एक medical degree है, and एक valid registration नंबर है, तो यू आर फाइन टू स्टार्ट विद. सेकेंड थिंग इज, आपको इंटरनल मेडिसिन, अगर हम बात करें, आप फूड है, कॉस्मेटिक्स है, एक्सटर्नल ऑयल्स है, वो सब आप प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं. अगर आप खुद डिस्पेंसिंग कर रहे हैं तो डिस्पेंस भी कर सकते हैं, आप नियर बाय फार्मेसी या केमिस्ट शॉप के थ्रू डिस्पेंस कर सकते हैं. वहाँ तक प्रिस्क्रिप्शन का रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. बट अगर इंटरनल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं तो आपको प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मैंडेटरी है, बिना प्रिस्क्रिप्शन के उसको प्रिस्क्राइब ना करें. अभी वहाँ पर भी एक इशू है कि काफ़ी सारे डॉक्टर्स they maintain the records, काफ़ी सारे doctors they do not maintain the records of the prescription. But our suggestion is, please maintain. We have separate files of each company in our clinic. All the prescriptions from the day one are being secured there. आपके clinic में कोई patient आ रहा है, आपको उसको prescription देना है, you can ask the staff to get a scan or a copy and keep that in your records, because थोड़ा सा sensitive aspect है. I know that it will be a bit difficult. अभी काफी सारे softwares और online consultation platforms available हैं. Very soon on our platform you will get the entire facility of doing online consultations. That is a big news we want to crack you at the right time. But let's announce this today as well. So we are revisiting the entire thing, and आप बाकी भी platform जो available है उन पे online consultation digital वाला तो best method है. You can quickly have all the prescriptions at a soft copy. Still अगर आप hard copies या prescriptions printed वाले पे काम कर रहे हैं तो please maintain those prescriptions and document. Please maintain your sales and purchase detail. इतना थोड़ा सा रेगुलेशन रखेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा. ऐसा कोई मैंडेटरी, ऐसा कोई लॉ नहीं है जिस पे आपको कोई इशू आने वाला है, तो घबराए नहीं, डरे मत. लेकिन थोड़ा सा सेंसिटिव हर्ब है और प्लांट है, सो वाई टू गिव स्कोप टू एनीबडी. सो वी हैव पीपल फ्रॉम रेगुलेटरी ऑफिसेज coming to us, talking to us, checking our documents, checking our prescriptions and other details, and they are very much fine and satisfied. In fact, it's not about cannabis. Cannabis से ज़्यादा sensitive herbs हैं, ज़्यादा sensitive ingredients हैं जो आयुर्वेदा में पढ़ते हैं. I think you all know about opium या अफीम. अफीम से काफ़ी सारी आयुर्वेदिक दवाइयाँ बनती हैं, and that is more sensitive than cannabis. In fact, opioid analgesics एलोपैथिक में भी यूज होते हैं फॉर एक्सट्रीम पेन एंड एडवांस लेवल ऑफ पेन मैनेजमेंट. सो वहाँ पर भी सब जगह डॉक्यूमेंटेशन अगर मेंटेन है, अगर ये जस्टिफाइड है कि वाई वी हैव गिवन दिस टू ए पर्टिकुलर पेशेंट, जैसे हम हर्षल से बात कर रहे थे अबाउट धूम दंडिका, या बाकी भी जो टिंचर्स हैं बोहेको के, सुमित के, रोहित के, विक्रम के, एंड रोहित शाह विल बी लॉन्चिंग सून. एंड मैं फाइनली रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ रजत और अर्जुन से, प्लीज़ अपने कैमरा स्विच ऑन कर लें. थैंक यू. सो आप इनको मेंटेन करें डॉक्यूमेंट्स को, और उसके साथ साथ अगर आप अपनी प्रैक्टिस को प्रोसीड करेंगे तो इट विल बी वेरी गुड फॉर यू. Rajat, you are back. I think there was one question for you as well. So quickly let me ask that. Otherwise, I think we have covered. And Rohit from IHO, there is one question from you. You were not there. So I have covered all other speakers. So, and Arjun, final question for you as well, if you are able to connect again. Thank you. And then we will proceed with the conclusion. I will request all of you for the conclusion remarks, and then we will conclude this session. So Rajat, for you, you were already having some range, but now you have launched the entire Ayurveda range. Any specific reason for doing that? People want to know. Please clarify, and please let us know why, and why you are focusing on this now.
See, so basically we have launched the Cannabis Ayurveda range under Ayush. So right now we also have some CBD wellness range in which we are doing broad spectrum gummies. But to be on the Indian, as you said, the laws of the land should be there. So we want to be as legal as possible. So that is why we have launched Cannabis Ayurveda under prescription, that are available under prescription, and Ayush products can be taken by the consumer.
Fine, great, Rajat. Thank you. And yeah, thanks. And Rohit, India Hemp Organics, you are there, right? So Rohit, as far as we all know that you people are into nutrition, you people are into medical cannabis as well. But somehow there are some questions and some queries. I have seen many founders who are like not that much connected, but you people are connected to the farming, to the cultivation, to the place where. So is it your personal choice that you are liking that, or IHO is also involved in the contract farming or cultivation or that kind of stuff as well? So people are sometimes confused about your maybe the model. So maybe you can clarify on that. That you people are also, or maybe if that is so, then I think many companies from and many founders from this session right now also would be love to collaborate with you guys as well if you are into some kind of a contract farming or some medical farming. And in fact, the same question I will throw to Boeco as well, because we have seen some creatives that Boeco team is doing some kind of a contract farming. So is it an exclusive thing for Boeco, or it can be accessible to other companies as well? So first from Rohit, IHO, let me repeat the question. The question is, you people are seem to connected more with the farms, with the cultivation. So is it IHO also getting involved into the cultivation aspect, or you are just there to maybe it's your personal choice? You can unmute yourself, Rohit, as well, please. You can unmute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So if you actually see, right, I mean, cannabis over all these years and decades is actually our farmers keeping our culture alive, right? And it has been growing since since like an ancestral, I mean, times, right? So our role is to not grow and cultivate maybe ourselves right now, right? Our goal is to, I mean, spread like the education, spread the word about it, and empower our farmers to grow, right? Because I mean, they have been growing since, I mean, industries, right? And the whole thing is that yes, where we'll have to grow like medical cannabis, which will, I mean, require like greenhouses and infrastructure and technology, like we will. But for hemp foods and hemp like fibers, we will always and always leave it up to like the farmers to grow it. And yes, I mean, both me and my co-founder and our entire team, we all love like the Himalayas. We all really love this thing staying here, and like we believe in making like a vision where everyone is essentially, I mean, leading the, I mean, lifestyles like we're all this thing preaching about, right? Whether like it's wellness, doing yoga, doing meditation, spending time with nature, going for walks, doing like team bonding, hiking, treks, like we all really, I mean, love it, right? And it helps us stay much more grounded, much more closer to like our farmers, and right at the source of all of it, right? And it also helps us to essentially do more, I mean, education and create like stories and documentaries of the, I mean, lives of these like farmers as well, right? Which is so important in essentially bringing out the awareness of it.
Thank you so much, Rohit and Amnish. Quickly, and then
Yeah.
Rohit Shah, we will start the conclusion remark from you. I think you requested for some other commitment, and accordingly, other speakers can also have their conclusion remarks for this particular session. And I again thanks all the people who have joined us today. We have final two more questions for you in the end when other all the speakers will complete their conclusion remarks for this session today. I will ask a couple of more questions that will give more chance to get more giveaways, and then we'll conclude the session. So, Amnish, the question
Yeah.
was that we have seen some creatives and some images that Bombay Ham company is involved in some kind of a farming. So, you people are doing for your own. It's a kind of an R&D exercise, or other companies can also collaborate with you in terms of procuring raw material as well.
So I think it's two fronts. One is we have research licenses in 3 states. One is in JNK, which now is identified as a separate one. One is in Uttarakhand, and one is in Uttar Pradesh. A lot of the creatives you saw were from our research plots, where we've been licensed to cultivate different varieties to study the cannabinoid ratios, specifically the THC percentages, as well as the other minor cannabinoids in our plants. The objective is to be able to create standard varieties. I believe we are a few grow cycles away from having standard varieties in India, which we could call as standardized cannabis plants. We have also undertaken a couple of commercial cultivation projects in Uttarakhand, which is through their hemp licensing ecosystem. But again, we solve certain difficulties in terms of scaling the 0.3% THC aspect and taking it to a commercial level. Hence, we've kind of stuck to research right now. But I would be very happy to see more and more hemp and cannabis companies actually more interested in backward integrating into the supply chain and create value. See, this is an industry where we all have to together create value rather than extract the existing value. The big boys are going to come and do that anyways. They are going to come and suck the value out of this industry. But before that, we have to create that value. So our objective was to be able to do this research, invest time, money, so that eventually the very farmers who we talk about are going to actually benefit from real science and research rather than us only just spending time with them. I think they are in need of real solutions rather than real relationships only. So that's been our perspective.
Great, great. Thanks, Avnish, for this clarification. And again, thank you so much. We are very much excited. I think half an hour back, we have crossed our 10,000 mark, which we got the update from our digital team. So thank you so much again. Thank you guys for this. I was not expecting so many doctors will join today, which I have found, and so many doctors answering. I can see my WhatsApp, our email ID, our comment section just pouring in with the answers. मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, आपने ऑलरेडी जो आंसर किया है आप इसको रिवाइंड कर लें, सारे क्वेश्चंस को सुन लें. अभी 2 फाइनल क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं फाइनल रिमार्क्स के बाद स्पीकर्स के. And please, all of you, mention your email ID and mobile number as well in the answers so that our team can connect with all of you. You can write an email to us as well. Email आपके flash हो रहा है screen पे, info@indianvedyas.com. Please write an email to us. We will connect with you and we will ensure each one of you um, uh, should get some kind of a sample or a hamper or some kind of a giveaway as well. And जिनके answers अच्छे होंगे, definitely they will get good, very good giveaways, and much more in the value as we have disclosed, that is 1 lakh. So it will be many lakhs after this encouraging number and response. So thank you so much. We did this effort with a very small team. I want to thank all my digital team also. I can see more than 150 shares have been done till now on our Facebook video live, which is going on from our main page, that is indianvedyas.com. So 150 shares mean on 150 groups it is being seeded. So we can see the magnitude and the like overall impact, and you see the impact maybe in next 2-3 days we will get in terms of viewership and in terms of exposure of this event. एंड आप सबके पास आज रात 12 बजे तक का टाइम है. क्विकली अपने सीनियर जूनियर्स सब में इस वीडियो को स्प्रेड करें, इसके लिंक को स्प्रेड करें. अभी जैसे ही ये यूट्यूब पे लाइव सेशन खत्म होगा, विद इन ए मिनट आपको उसका लिंक मिल जाएगा. एंड हम अपने पेज पे भी लाइव हैं, तो यू कैन गेट फ्रॉम आवर पेज एज वेल. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द स्पीकर्स. रोहित शाह विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम यू एंड देन मे बी Rajat, Harshal, Vikram, Rohit Kamath, Sumit, and Avnish. All of you can give your final remarks for this particular session and overall takeaway from this session and some message to our audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. I would like to thank Dr. Piyush, Dr. Piyush's team for putting this together, all the speakers who took all this time to, really come forward, tell their stories, tell how they're doing things, what is expected from them, what is expected from, the companies, the products, so on and so forth. One thing that I, would really like to bring forward is, cannabis has always been federally legal. So anybody who's attending this session, please keep this in mind. Everything is federally legal as long as it is under the right licensing purviews, which is Ministry of Ayush, Excise Department, for procurement, cultivation, so on and so forth. At the same time, any company, my, colleagues in the same space in the cannabis industry, just a comment, all of us are setting a precedence here. So anything we do needs to be within the legal framework. Anything we do needs to have a certain quality, a certain right frame of mind, the way we are doing businesses, because the industry has just started and there is a long way to go. And how Avnish said that the big boys are going to come, and unless we, all of us together, bring this industry to a certain level, it's not going to flourish properly, and there'll be people who will be shot down in the process. So yeah, I think that's what we are. We are a manufacturing company, happy to work with people who are looking to license products, who are looking for a manufacturer, packager, dispatcher. So we have everything in-house, right from manufacturing all the way to dispatch. Thank you, Dr. Piyush. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Rohit. Thank you for joining, and thanks again. Next, we have Harshal. Harshal, you are there, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Right. So, Dr. Bish, first of all, I would like to thank you for all the time and energy that you've spent in, putting this event together. I think it's a great industry effort, and it's always good to connect with fellow industrialists and, of course, the entire team who is watching. I'm looking forward to connecting with all the panelists, and if I'll put down my email if there are any questions, and we can looking forward to connecting with everybody here. Thank you so much, Dr. Piyush.
Thanks, Harshal, and looking forward with many aspects we can explore together. Thank you. And Avnish, I think Avnish will be concluding. You have already taken so much of footage. Just hold on. Just joking. Right, Shivam. We have Shivam. I think we lost him in between. Shivam, we are just doing the final round of like remarks. So maybe your final remarks for this.
I mean, for final remarks, all I can say is that I'm very glad that we're all here gathered today. As I've already told you guys about Oshad and what we believe how the industry should grow, But my personal understanding is the most important part for any of us companies around here is that we establish this category, we establish this industry first. The pie is big enough for all of us to thrive in this, but at the end of the day, if the consumers don't accept us, if this market doesn't accept us, all of this is a futile exercise, which obviously none of us want. So I really hope we can all work together. We can try and you know, conquer all the challenges that we're going to face in this industry. We already anticipate what kind of problems are going to come, or they're going to come our way, and I hope we can all work together on this. And yeah, this has been a good start, and I hope we go a long way from now. Thank you.
Great, great. Thanks, Shivam. And many doctors and many other people are also asking. So we have just again shared the email, and yes, you all can answer all the questions. आप सबसे request है आज रात 12 बजे तक का आपके पास time है. We can give you some more additional time. Let's give it by this weekend. Let's spread the entire weekend is there. Let's spread across your network and let's spread across your senior, juniors, batchmates, all the non-medicos. You want distributorship, you want agencies, you want B2B connections, whatever you want to dispense on your counters. कुछ pharmacies, कुछ chemist shops से भी queries आई हैं. So all of you can connect with us. We will happy to share your connections with all these companies. So please write us on email. We already shared the email to all of you. And by this Sunday, 12 o'clock in the night, you can post all your answers. आपको ये वीडियो को पूरा देखना है. Already हमने around 13 questions अभी तक पूछे हैं. 2 more questions we are asking soon. And in 15 questions के maximum answers आप दें, so you are able to get good hampers and good gift and giveaways from all these companies. And thank you again, Shivam, for joining. Quickly, Vikram, your final remarks for this session, and you're always there. And by the way, I request all of you to be regular on Clubhouse. आप सब लोग Clubhouse app जरूर download करें. 8 o'clock every Tuesday we are doing a regular event, and Sumit, Vikram, Avnish, these people are joining us on regular basis. So again, thank you so much all of you for joining on Clubhouse as well. And it's an excellent platform, so all of you should join there. And every Tuesday 8 o'clock we are doing a talk on cannabis. So please and by the way, many people are tracking the questions. So somebody has posted that only 12 questions have done, not 13. So thank you so much for this tracking as well, Shubham. And definitely we will be having 3 questions now after your this feedback, so that we can complete the 15 questions. Vikram, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. First of all, I'd really like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this platform. And I think event like this really brings the industry closer also, and brings the doctors and the consumers. They give them a platform to ask questions, interact with them. I think it's a great event organized with you, and it is always your guidance and energy that companies like us can go in the right direction. In fact, me and Avnish were speaking the other day that where does Dr. Piyush get his energy from? And you are an inspiration to us in that way, and gives us more and more motivation to work harder. And 100% agreeing to Rohit's point, we guys need to come together as an industry right now, because it's a nascent one, and all of us need to grow together under the legal framework. And I think most of the companies are trying to do that. And it's a great time to be in this industry. It's a great opportunity as far as this country is concerned, this medicine is concerned, the patient's advantages. The list is for going on, and we as a company, and our vision is to bring in more and more clinically trialed, tested, maximum number of products which can benefit to the maximum number of people. And I think we're looking at a good future, and I think it's a great industry. Once again, I want to thank you, Dr. Piyush, to let me speak, and I would like to pass on. Thank you.
Thanks, Vikram. Thank you so much, and you're always there. So please, thanks, and keep supporting the entire initiative. Rajat, quickly over to you and your final remarks for this session.
Yes, thank you, doctor. Thank you. I personally thank you for letting us connect and present ourselves. It was a great session, and looking forward to connect with all the speakers here, and definitely work together to promote the cannabis industry. That's
Thanks, Rajat. Sumit, I think you are there, and after that we will go to Avnish, because Avnish always need a bit more time. So let's have him at the end.
No, the more
Sumit,
experience you have, the more content you have to talk about. So
absolutely,
that's the
absolutely. See,
virtue experience brings
no,
in.
actually,
Uh,
let me clarify. Let me
I totally agree with Sumit here.
No, no, let me clarify. See, with Avnish, Yash, Jahan, and the entire team of Bombay Hemp Company, I think now we have developed some kind of a mindset or a relationship where we can pull each other leg as well. So, although they do not do that because they think that I'm a doctor, so maybe I will feel offended, but I keep on doing that with them. So, I think, and same we are developing with all of you as well. With Sumit, like we have so many aspects. Shivam is there, Vikram and Rajat, we have just started. So I think all of you are like a family now. We all are together, and let's take it forward. So these kind of things are there in a family. So we keep on doing, and I personally very much interested in doing certain things, which gives us some kind of an interest and some kind of a we can say engagement as well. So Sumit,
You
over to
also
you.
need a good showstopper, na, Dr. Saab, finally in the
Sorry,
end. So the
sorry.
best comes in the end, right? It's like the showstopper, like
mhm.
you talk in
No,
the
नहीं, he
family.
started as well ना.
Yes, I think
इन्होंने ही
Avnish should
start
have the
किया था.
last word.
इन्होंने ही स्टार्ट किया था तो इन्हीं को ही कंक्लूड
Of
करने
course,
देंगे.
yes, of course, yes.
So
All the respect to them.
so Sumit, over to you.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I think this industry has always existed. The version one of medical cannabis has existed in the form of classical medications. Right now, probably because of the entire CBD boom that we saw and the acceptance has grown across the West industry, we have actually now started to look back into our, Vedas and try to mix it with the modern manufacturing to figure out how we can create those products which are more efficacy driven, right? I mean, if we are able to exist currently as a company is because the laws always there in the first place, right? We are rediscovering, and probably obviously as we progress and as we know things, we will pave path for a better industry or a more I would say regulated in a fashion that caters to the requirement and obviously not caters to the misuse. That would be one thing. Talking about, and obviously this entire events that we do, it's such a great source of information for people outside the industry, and obviously for people within industry to learn from each and every one. I mean, knowing about different products, knowing about different probably clinical cases, that is clinical trials that Bombay Hemp is doing, and obviously it just gives us every one or the other company something to look out for, and obviously those people who are outside the industry, for them to also understand the space. And obviously kudos to you, Dr. Piyush. You've been doing this, frankly speaking, you're doing this for all of us, be it the clubhouse, be it the Indian Vaidyas, webinars that I have done with you, or Vikram has done, or Bohiku people have done. So this kind of gives everyone a lot of room to talk and share experiences. Obviously, this space is going to stay here for a very long period of time. Let's see how the big boys come and how things shape up. One thing that is always going to be true for anything is that if you are offering quality products at a competitive prices, we can sustain, or we can probably held together as an industry and ensure that the heritage knowledge of cannabis is only capitalized by the local entrepreneurs, by the Indian people, by the Indian entrepreneurs. And when I talk about the heritage of cannabis, I would extend this to beyond cannabis leaf medicines, be it hemp fibers, be it hemp food products. And I think I say this every time whenever I get a chance to conclude on the cannabis, is that this herb, India has one of the most strongest narrative when it comes to cannabis, whether it's from your medicinal aspect, cultural aspect, or even from religious aspect, right? No other country has this kind of a relationship with the plant, and trust me, this is a relationship which has kept doors open for the medicines. We have things mentioned in the textbooks, known formulations done, that speaks itself for how much value we have done for the plant. And obviously, with new age entrepreneurs coming together, I think we can only ante up or increase the quality of the products and ensure that people get benefited by the medicines. And and the entire Indian farmers. I mean, this is a pure mathematics. Sometimes I think, when you look at just from a crop and exhaustive use of the crop, if you look at the ganna, the sugar cane, the cost is around what 400 rupees per quintal, right? And the moment you move to bhang, it costs you around 40 bucks a kilo, right? So you are increasing the income by 4x, by 10x, 20x to the farmers as well. So when it comes to exhaustively contributing to the economy of India, to ensuring a qualitative healthcare, access, cannabis is the plant. That's where I would end. We should work together to end the stigma and understand the plant. All the consumers out there, please do not consume any product which is not approved by the Indian authorities, because those products will come by default with a notice saying that you're consuming at your own risk. These products are not at all healthy, I would directly say, because they are not at all evaluated by any of the Indian authorities. Either it is by DCGI or the Ayush, or even since cannabinoid is mentioned in the FSSI, on those ifs criteria, look out for the Indian authorities and their go on the product. So over to the next speaker. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sumit. Always appreciate your knowledge and your insights, and you people are doing an excellent research, which is there and reflected in your many sometimes social media creatives also. So thank you so much for this seriousness, and please keep continuing with this mindset only. So finally, we have Avnish from Boeco, and prior to listening to him, मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि 3 क्वेश्चंस अभी डिस्कस करने हैं. लेट मी गिव यू वन मोर क्वेश्चन एंड देन 2 क्वेश्चंस इन द लास्ट, and we'll conclude this session. Answer or name 3 classical formulations of Ayurveda having bhang or vijaya or cannabis as an ingredient. 3 क्लासिकल फॉर्मुलेशंस के नाम आपको आंसर करने हैं जिनके अंदर भांग एक एज एन इंग्रेडिएंट या विजया एक एज एन इंग्रेडिएंट होता है. वो 3 क्लासिकल फॉर्मुलेशंस आपको बतानी है. उसका आंसर करें. ईमेल आईडी आपको फ्लैश हो रहा है स्क्रीन पे. यू कैन ईमेल अस, यू कैन मैसेज अस एज वेल, but write your name and mobile number and email ID also, so that our team can connect with you. And 2 more questions are there, and in questions को भी हम जो भी answers आएंगे, we will request all the companies to give some goodies and giveaways to all of you as well. And एक स्पेशल प्राइज है जो सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे, 15 के 15 क्वेश्चंस. अगर आपने 15 के 15 क्वेश्चंस सारे के सारे सही करे तो देर आर सम स्पेशल प्राइजेस from some companies, and there can be some gadgets, some cash prizes, something will be there. In fact, हम इंडियन वैद्यास और सीपीडी वैद्यास की तरफ से भी कुछ प्राइजेस को स्पॉन्सर करना चाहेंगे. हम सर्टिफिकेशन को भी कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री दे सकते हैं, विच इज़ वर्थ 11,000 रुपीज़. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट आप लोग इसको सीरियसली लें, इस सेशन को हल्के में मत लें. अगर आपको 11,000 रुपये का सर्टिफिकेट भी कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री मिल सकता है तो इससे अच्छा ऑफर और इससे अच्छा. एंड बाय द वे, अभी तक हमने किसी को भी डिस्काउंट नहीं दिया है. दोज हु हैव एनरोल्ड विद अस, ऑल ऑफ अस नो, उन सबको पता है कि पूरी फीस पे करने के बाद ही एनरोलमेंट मिल रहा है. सो आपको एक 11,500 रुपये का भी प्राइज जीतने का इस टाइम स्ट्रेट अवे ऑफर मिल रहा है यहाँ पे. सो अगर आपने सारे के सारे 15 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर सही किए, आई रिपीट, इफ यू करेक्टली आंसर ऑल द 15 क्वेश्चंस asked in this session today, आप इसको रिवाइंड कर लें, रिपीट कर लें, you will have a chance of getting complimentary certification from us as well, and many more exciting prizes from all these companies, all these owners. And by the way, शायद वो मैं आई थिंक इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ था तो आपको पता होगा, बट ऑल दीज आर द ओनर्स ऑफ द कंपनीज, ऑल दीज आर द फाउंडर्स एंड द ओनर्स ऑफ द कंपनीज, मीन्स ऑल ऑफ देम आर द डिसीजन मेकर्स. तो किसी और को डिसाइड नहीं करना है, इन्हीं को डिसाइड करना है कि आप सबको प्राइजेस या गिफ्ट देने हैं. दे हैव ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड दैट. एंड ये हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, बाय द वे, मैं बार बार इंसिस्ट कर रहा हूँ, आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम आपको कोई अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए या कोई इसमें हमारा कोई ऐसा एम है. हमारा सिर्फ एक एम है कि इस बहाने यू ऑल विल गेट द रीजन ऑफ डूइंग ऑल दिस एक्टिविटी ऑफ गिविंग यू गिव अवेज, प्राइजेस, गिफ्ट्स इज just to ensure that all of you are be like motivated, all of you get some feeling and exposure and understanding about the products as well. All of you also get some kind of an insight about the company as well, and all of you will get some kind of a it's a kind of a enhancing factor which we want to add. So आपको जब भी कोई प्राइज मिले, गिव अवे मिले, गिफ्ट्स मिले, प्लीज उसकी सेल्फी जरूर अपलोड करें। जिस भी कंपनी ने आपको वो दिया उसको जरूर टैग करें उनके इंस्टाग्राम प्रोफाइल पे, फेसबुक प्रोफाइल पे। एंड अभी हम रेगुलर वी विल बी ऑन वीकली बेसिस और ऑन मंथली बेसिस समटाइम्स विद सम कंपनीज ऑन फोर्टनाइट on monthly basis we will be announcing certain contest and certain campaigns like this। For example आप हेम्प प्लांट के साथ सेल्फी क्लिक करें एंड जिसके भी टॉप 3 लाइक्स या शेयर्स रहेंगे उनको these companies will give some again good giveaways and prizes। So our entire digital team is working on a blueprint that we want to continue this activity of giveaways on our platform with support of all these companies। And I again thank to all of you, all the founders, all the companies I can see right now: Vikram, Rohit, Sumit, Avnish, Harshal, Shivraj, and Rajat. So thank you so much, all of you, for supporting, because without support, without your support, in fact, this event and this activity and the other activities would not have been possible. So we are just a platform, we are just a connecting bridge between all of you. On that note, let me give away the stage to Avnish, and after that, final two questions for all of you. आखिरी दो questions हैं, and 15 के 15 questions ठीक होने पे there are exciting prizes as well. Avnish, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being patient through my talk as well. I think every time I am thinking about cannabis, it still excites me the same way it did 10 years ago. So it has been a very rewarding personal as well as a professional journey. The most important way I look at it is we have the chance to kind of shape the future of a plant in this country with 1.3 billion people. So there is, I don't think so that privilege can actually be quantified in terms of money. It is a lot of positive burden that all of us have. And I think if we kind of stick with it and play the game with time, there is definitely a massive, massive pie for everyone. There is enough product for the consumer. There is enough product for the businesses to sell, and there is enough kind of opportunity for doctors to provide relief as well. So I think we are transitioning towards this modern age, towards this new age of Ayurveda. And if we do it well, we would have created the right kind of history, and we'll be on its right side. So thank you so much for your time, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Avnish, and I think we have Shivraj as well. So let's have his final remarks also for this event, and then we will ask the final two questions with all of you. Shivraj.
Thank you, Dr. Piyush. One thing I'd like to say is that, which I spoke about when I was given the chance also, that we are at a very nascent stage today. And education is something that is really, and awareness is something that's really going to drive our industry forward. And I feel that the doctors and the medical fraternity are the mouthpiece for the audience of that is the rest of the country. You know, people will really trust and believe what the medical fraternity tells them and advises them to do. And I feel that this is a great platform for that, Dr. Piyush, because you've given us a chance to kind of, get our voices heard to by the medical fraternity as well. As a lot, there are a lot of doctors that you get as viewers. So that's something that I'd like to thank you for. So yeah, so today we're at a stage where it's at a nascent stage, but it's also growing very rapidly, and I feel it has great potential. And I'm happy to be a part of this industry at this stage, and I'm looking forward to the next few years of growth.
Thanks, Shivraj, and thank you so much. And we are also looking forward to have all of you again and again on our platform. Now the final two questions, which we need to put it across, and then maybe all of you can answer and let us know. So let me ask some specific question to some specific companies. Okay, so there is one specific range which Vikram and his company Ananta Hempworks is having right now, which most probably other companies are not having, as far as our existing companies are concerned. And we have talked about that with Vikram. हमने इनसे बात भी करी थी, तो थोड़ा सा उसको रिसर्च करें, फाइंड आउट करें और बताएं कि वो क्या स्पेसिफिक रेंज है जिसमें दे आर डीलिंग, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. दैट कैन बी वन क्वेश्चन. एंड ये वाले क्वेश्चन के आंसर पे विक्रम आपकी कंपनी की तरफ से एक एडिशनल गिव अवे और एडिशनल प्राइज आना चाहिए. So that is one question.
Sure,
And
sure, sure.
yeah, the final question is, in fact, the final question is very interesting one, and सबसे difficult भी है और सबसे easy भी है. And why we are doing this question? Because इस बहाने आप उन सारी sites को visit करेंगे. And ये सबसे important question है. By the way, जो हमने 15 questions का clause डाला है, अगर उसमें ये वाले question का आंसर ठीक नहीं हुआ तो सारे questions invalid भी हो सकते, सारे आंसर्स आपके invalid भी हो सकते हैं. एंड इसके लिए आपको दोबारा से रिवाइंड करना होगा, देखना होगा. प्लीज हमारे क्रिएटिव से भी आपको आइडिया मिल सकता है. वी हैव द क्रिएटिव ऑन आवर सोशल मीडिया. द क्वेश्चन इज यू हैव टू नेम ऑल द कंपनीज हु वर देयर इन टुडेज वेबिनार एंड शेयर देयर वेबसाइट लिंक. इस बहाने आप उनके वेबसाइट को ढूंढेंगे, उनकी वेबसाइट पे जाएंगे, उनकी वेबसाइट को डिस्कवर करेंगे. तो ये फाइनल क्वेश्चन है, इसको ज़रूर अटेम्प्ट करें. ये मैंडेटरी, ऑप्शनल नहीं है बाय द वे, ये मैंडेटरी वाला क्वेश्चन है. एंड इस क्वेश्चन को स्पेसिफिकली जितने लोगों ने आंसर किया उनको भी एक स्पेशल गिव अवे हमारी तरफ से भी मिलेगा और कंपनीज की तरफ से भी मिलेगा. राइट, सो मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. द फाइनल क्वेश्चन इज लिस्ट ऑल द कंपनीज एंड आई कैन गिव यू एन हिंट. देयर आर टोटल 13 कंपनीज. देयर वर टोटल 13 companies today who supported this webinar. Unfortunately, we were not able to get couple of senior doctors. We are very soon will be coming up with them. Dr. Tahir, उनका कुछ personal issue हो गया आज. He's a very senior medical cannabis expert. He has confirmed for this webinar, but somehow due to some reasons he was not able to join today. We will have a session with him very soon on our platform, and that will be an exhaustive, informative session. आप उस session को ज़रूर attend करें. We will keep you informed and keep you posted. So otherwise, I thank again to all the companies, and I repeat the question: name all the companies and their respective websites. आपको उनके websites के link उनके नाम के साथ answer करना है. That is the 15th and final question for all of you. You can check our creative. You can check this webinar. Right now, also I can see around 6-7 companies are there in front of you. So you can just type their name in Google, and आपको उनका website identify हो जाएगा. उनकी website पे जाएं, उनको explore करें, उनके बारे में देखें, समझें, and you will get lot of information. Many companies have posted blogs, articles, content in terms of medical cannabis, hemp, nutrition, cosmetics. So you will find that. So thank you again all of you for joining us today, and it was a really excited session and very informative session, and we never expected this much of attendance and engagement. We just blindly played with this number, but luckily we have achieved this number today with all the efforts which you people have done, all the companies, all the digital people in our team, and specifically and most important, the audience today, the doctors, the other people who have joined. I can understand, being a doctor, for me also it's sometimes a bit challenging for to pull around 2.5 hours from a busy schedule, but you people have managed that. So thank you so much again for that, and have a great weekend ahead. The deadline we have extended till Sunday 12 o'clock in the night. संडे रात को 12 बजे तक आप अपने आंसर्स हमें मेल कर सकते हैं. ईमेल आईडी आपका स्क्रीन पे फ्लैश हो रहा है, एंड वी ऑलरेडी हैव मैनी आंसर्स, बट उसको कंपाइल करें, उसको इकट्ठा करें अपने आंसर्स को, और एक ईमेल में 15 के 15 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स लिख के भेजें. सारे आंसर्स जिनके भी ठीक होंगे उनको बेस्ट प्राइजेस मिलने का चांसेस है, बट अगर आपके 50% आंसर्स भी ठीक होते हैं, 2-3 आंसर्स भी ठीक होते हैं, एटलीस्ट वी विल ट्राई टू गेट सम गिव अवेज फॉर यू एज वेल. सो प्लीज पार्टिसिपेट, please involve yourself. Thank you so much, and thank you all the guys here: Vikram, Shivraj, Sumit, Avnish, Rajat, and Harshal. Thank you all, and thank
Thank
you
you
all
for
the
having us here, Dr. Piyush, and
Thank you.
organizing this for everyone.
Thank you guys. Always.
Thank you guys. Take care. Okay.
Always good.